Pretend we're alive, Nathan. Just talk.
That's how I faked my way through high school. I don't know if we're live. If we are live, amazing.
Is that thumbs up meaning we're live again?
There seems to be a consensus in chat that did he go to school? Did he learn anything? I'm an actor. I don't have to tell you. I can pretend like I did all of those things. That's the joy of being an actor. Did Tom Cruise go to school? Nobody knows.
Oh, gooder. The audio is gooder.
It's gooder.
The audio's gooder?
Speaking his language.
I understand that. Much good, Tiz.
Oh, tis fancy.
I know. That's fancy. Where were we? So I talked about our Indiegogo that you can go through. I talked about Critical Treasures, which good news. Oh, what I was gonna say is if they if it seems like, hey, darn, they're really booked up. The good news is they were actually just able to switch to a part-time schedule at work where they are
Critical
now
treasure. So it's a legit
critical treasure.
job.
Yeah, so it's their part-time job now because of all the amazing things they've been doing.
Did you say she actually had to close her store for a minute?
Because so many people were ordering.
Yeah,
So popular.
But that's the thing is now she's got a part-time job making all of this stuff, so hopefully she'll be able to catch up soon. That's some of the amazing stuff we've been up to, what we've been doing. I hope you've all been well. Right now, I think we can get back to the story, though. I think I've covered everything.
I think so.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Bring on the
When
zombies.
we last saw our adventurers, a lot of things happened. They started their day off at the inn. They started with an amazing time where they were performing shows, they were shopping for weapons, and then all of a sudden, the floor literally fell out from beneath their feet and the undead attacked. After a vicious battle where the Dragonborn was left unconscious, they were brought back. He was brought back, and what?
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll tell you later. Keep going with your story.
Scott says you're awesome.
Thank you, Scott. That's not what
I said.
They had the floor fall from beneath them. After defeating the zombies surrounding them, they were informed that these were still just humans. It seemed that some dark force had attacked them. A portal had been opened into the Shadowfell, and they were under arrest. Luckily, the wonderful wizard Copernicus Jinx came to their rescue. He informed the leader of the town, Lord Warden, along with some help from Bree and her wonderful attorney work.
And Muscoons.
And her scones.
Some abducted child that was supposed to prove
Yeah,
us not
she
guilty.
brought a child into a zombie apocalypse.
You can't say no to a child. He was about my height.
She brought us the Carl. But anyway, they wound up negotiating, kind of showing Lord Warden it wasn't us, and he definitely believed them when he himself turned into an evil zombie. They have just now barely escaped the fortress. They're feeling a little bit stronger, like they've been learning more from all these fights. Everyone is now level 3. But they, not that your health is any much better.
No, that's the second one I rolled for my hit points. So
Luckily, your Constitution's +2, so you're getting
You're at
yeah,
three.
you're getting 3 every level.
So you're at
3.
4 HP.
At level 10, I'll be at +30 HP. Woo!
That'll be great. Yep.
Yep.
You're fine. They have just made it to the streets. They have been told to go find the portal from Copernicus Jinx, and I will leave it to you, adventurers.
Yeah, Scott Januzo, you're right. The mics seem like they're doing good. No audio issues there except for Nathan's voice. It's just Nathan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just Nathan.
If
It's
only you'd gone to school.
I know how to talk weller.
So what do we see on the streets here? Is I believe I was in the lead.
Yes, night has begun to fall. You are seeing people around you scattered. You might look down. In fact, you know what? I have a little thing
Oh.
to help. This is we never really got to this part.
We like little
We
things.
got a little map here. Just they've been in town for a little while, so they would have been able to. I wonder how many helpful pieces, they would have seen the town. It's a little light. I didn't have a protractor. I'm sorry. I don't know how well you guys can see it.
It's a white page.
It's a white page. So this has a map. If you
Cool.
can see magical things.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, it's like the Marauders map.
I was gonna say,
only
Mr.
can read it.
Manist?
But I'm going to use this as a reference. You have just come out onto the street. There is a straight road that goes maybe 200, 300 yards towards the waterfront. There is no immediate side street that you go to. You're going to go forward before you reach any intersections. But there are homes near where you are. You see some just slow shapes in the windows, and you see up ahead, maybe towards the square, there's a little bit more movement. But other than that, you're not seeing much. Again, night has started to fall. Things are starting to get a little bit darker. It's not like a city where lights are everywhere. You've got firelights coming from certain homes.
And what happened to our dear friend Kreslin, who is with us?
Kreslin is with you for this moment. He is still with you, but if you remember, Kreslin, this was his first time out and about.
This was his
He has
first
not
time
been-
out.
He
Okay.
has not been out and about much. So when it comes to adventuring, he's still kind of like, what? So he will take your leadership for a bit and
Alright.
do. I will play a little bit for him, but right now he is with you all. He hasn't he didn't get separated. He didn't get eaten by a dragonborn guard or anything like that.
Alright, so we have to apologize in advance for Jared, aka Nathan Andrzej, number 2,
Yes.
or Nathan Andrzej on the couch.
Couch
Couch Trasek. If Kreslin takes any damage, we don't mean to.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I cast Eldritch Blast on Kreslin.
Roll
And
damage.
the story's over. Here we go.
We're on a mission. I start walking down this road
All right.
at a fast pace.
So you're heading back towards where you know the inn to be. You were all taken from it. The three of you were arrested. Bree came along shortly later. You're seeing, to your left, you're seeing some larger shops. You're seeing some very creative looking shops on your left side. To the right, you're seeing what looks to be a closed down market as you're coming to an intersection. You also start to notice in these areas where a lot of shopping takes place, but also any town like this, there are homes mixed in there. People are still living here. This is a port town, so many people, if you're a sailor, you've made home here, or people have come here to do their business or come in from out of town. So they are all traveling. Right now, there's a lot of people. You're seeing both streets. There's larger clusters of people that have started to walk around. Why don't you all roll a stealth check as you're all running?
Oh, I was gonna go right up. Is there anybody close by us?
There's a couple people off to your right that you recognize, having just been at the bakery. You see the baker and his wife kind of in front of their shop.
Awesome. I'm gonna go right up to them.
Yes, they're both halflings, so they're right at your
My
point.
peeps.
Yep.
Pardon me. I don't know if you remember me from earlier, but I was wondering if you all have noticed anything peculiar.
As you walk up to them, they had been
Don't shamble.
facing
Don't shamble.
away from you, and their heads roll a little bit as they
No.
turn towards you.
No.
And
Back it up.
okay, you should start backing it up. Thank you for the sound effect. Now, we didn't have an earthquake. Bree backed it up. Bree backed it up. Backing it up. Backing it up. Backing it up, boss.
I think we should find some cover very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the inn.
To the inn.
Okay, so you're all going to go back to the inn.
Real
Yeah,
fast.
I rolled a 17 on stealth.
Okay.
I had a 10.
10, 7,
19.
19. Okay. So you've managed to, other than going up to 2 directly, there's only those 2 halflings. They're not very quick. Again, they're shambling at a halfling pace, which is even slower than most. So they have turned their way towards you. It doesn't seem like anyone else has taken full notice of you yet, because you kind of had a good combined stealth check. But you did draw 2 halflings' attention, and there seems to be maybe 1 or 2 break off to follow, why are those two going this way? But you're going
The
to
little
inn.
halflings are following us.
Yes.
Shambling.
I grab a scone from my bag that I had left over, and I throw it in the opposite direction to see if I can get them to like
In the opposite direction of where you
of where
are.
we're going.
Roll a strength check
Oh,
or athletics, whichever is better.
It's one in the face.
can I roll acrobatics?
No, that's not throwing anything. That's not
I-
how throwing works.
Unless,
Kick it.
unless you do the soccer where you like run forward and land on the
Unless
ball and
you-
throw it over your head.
Yeah, let's try that with a bagpipe and a lute and
I got a 12.
or a fiddle. You got a 12. Okay, so you're able to throw it a good ways down. Were you throwing it back towards the castle? So, because you're running towards the inn,
Yes.
and the castle, the
Yep.
keep was behind you. So you're trying to get
Yes.
them to go that way. So you throw it, and you're able to kind of clear that intersection of road, and it goes a few feet further. You see them, even in their shambling state, they see you pull out one of their baked goods and just throw it. And they see it land, and you almost see a sadness in their undead eyes as they then look back.
Oh, no.
You've kept moving. They took time to
Fair
really
enough.
because emotions take longer with zombies.
I was hoping zombies were hungry for scones instead of brains.
You know what? Or not.
Great.
Great hope though.
Now we know.
Brains.
For the vegan zombies out there.
We're the vegan zombies, yeah.
So you all keep heading back to the inn.
Yep.
You're rushing that way. You burst through the door, and I will say maybe before you get to the door, you do see other bodies kind of walking away from the inn. They're going a little bit closer to the waterfront. You're just seeing again. You have the blacksmith that's right there, and a road comes from near the blacksmith where you had been before.
Yep.
In fact, you see Firestone start to move towards the water.
Point of clarification, multiple zombies are heading towards the water?
It seems like more than one is going that way. Not everyone has turned that way yet, but there are more than one going in that direction. But you notice this as you go into the inn. It seems quiet. It seems
Too quiet.
Is there still a hole in the ground?
Yes, that was not fixed in about 2 hours. No one had mend. It was not. There was no magical innkeeper.
So what are we doing?
There is still the hole in the ground where the zombies came from.
Yep.
Kreslin is still with you. Kreslin goes up to the hole, looks down, he says, yeah, it's still here. It's a little ways down. When I looked at it before, it seemed like it was about 10 feet or so. Too far for me to just jump, but, this is fun, isn't it? Again, his first adventure.
Kreslin, maybe go to your room and lock the door.
Oh, maybe. I don't want to leave you all in the lurch.
You already did. We'll be all right.
So, how do you guys proceed? Are you so?
I'll go jump down into that hole because I was already interested earlier
Oh.
to
Okay, you're just gonna straight up jump into it.
jump into it.
As you do, I will say this: Kreslin is gonna grab a chair, and he's gonna be like, "It's okay. I'll make sure." And so he goes up to the front door and he starts putting a chair underneath the door handle. He's kind of making it so
Smart.
you all stay protected. He's a little scared at the moment. He also goes over to the door to the kitchen that you remember seeing Joshua and Kira go through. And it's one of those, it's a door that goes back and forth. It's a pretty standard kitchen in door. But he takes a couple of chairs and puts it in front of there and he's like, this might not hold. So he sits down on one and he's like, I got this here. You go on. So you've jumped down into the hole.
Jump down into the hole.
You jump down in the hole. Why don't you make me...
A sandwich?
Good night, Gilhern.
Good night. Thanks for joining us for a little bit. Sorry about the audio issues. But we're glad you got to see at least some of the story. Tune in later when you have some time to the video on demand to see if they lived.
Great.
I'm going to need you can make a acrobatics check. As a monk, that should be pretty...
So you say. 9.
No,
As
you
he's
don't want to
jumping
roll.
down.
or-
I want it to be known that Darius is saying, "Don't press your luck."
Okay. You only take 1 point of falling damage.
Okay.
Are the rest of you just gonna jump in, or
No, I call out Joshua, Kira, seeing if maybe they're around and not zombies.
You're gonna kill Kreslin.
so? Yes, the Kreslin, the door that Kreslin is sitting at. All of a sudden, you hear a "Phoom,
Oh no!
phoom,"
I
and
go and
Kreslin's
I-
eyes go big. And he's like,
I go sit at the door on one of the other chairs to help block it.
He's like, oh, okay. How about this? There's a couple of small casks of ale underneath, behind the bar. Bring those and just pile them up on the chair next to me.
All right.
I'll help her do that.
You're gonna help her do that, so you're barricading this door, making sure that whatever's on the other side, which hasn't responded vocally, comes through. You have jumped down. You know that thing that happens when your heel just really slams against the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got one of those stingers happening right now.
Ow.
So you're shaking that off, you're rubbing your heel, and as you look around, you see this tunnel. You would have thought that underneath the inn, there would have been a storeroom of some sort of cellar. And this doesn't look like that. They probably have one of those here, but this seems to be some sort of tunnel that continues back in the direction that you would be able to realize it goes towards the keep, towards the outer walls, and then
Okay.
also goes towards
The water.
away from that, which would be the water. You're seeing a couple random crates, dusty barrel. It looks like this used to be some sort of secret route under the city that has since been used to destroy a fine oak floor.
It appears we have a pathway down here. One that isn't supposed to be used very often. Get down here. We must figure out where it leads.
All right. I finished putting the last
No,
keg.
no, I can't get down. It's too deep. It's too scary.
I'll catch you.
I hadn't been standing there, so I just jumped in.
Just
You jump? Alright, acrobatics roll.
Carry me.
Out of curiosity, does anyone have the adventurer's pack on them?
It's an
who needs to use rope?
It's an 8.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Don't press your luck.
That is 3 points of damage. You get a stinger on each foot. Because you just jumped. There might have even been a small rock that you just kind of kicked with a toe. Because I don't think tabaxis are wearing boots or anything. Are they? Are you? I'll ask you.
I think I am.
You don't think you are?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Do you need help? I walk up to Darius.
Do you have any rope? I can't get down there. It's scary.
Hold my hand. I reach out, grab his hand on the count of 3.
No! I'm gonna pull back. I'm not gonna allow her to take me down.
Strength checks from both of you.
And the real point is, while they're doing strength checks, there is a 6-chapter section of the DM's guide on foot stingers and all the different types there are.
I got a 2.
I got a 2.
Oh
Total?
no! Each.
I got a 2 minus 1. I
We're halflings. But I got great acrobatics.
got a 1. Was it acrobatics or was it
It was a
strength?
strength check. So you managed to pull him into the edge. He's
And as we
struggling.
fall, I yell, "Catch us!"
I thought you had I thought you were doing this like, I've got Featherfall.
No,
Great!
Right.
he said jump.
Let's see. Does that mean I'll roll acrobatics?
Make an acrobatics. You can each make another acrobatics. Each of you try to catch a halfling.
Okay, just them.
Yeah, just them for now.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
23.
12.
You you place yourself beneath both halflings, and you're able to catch Bree, but your other hand is a little bit full with Darius, and so right at the last moment, the Tabaxi comes over, slides underneath, and finishes breaking that fall. They're very light, so for both of you, it wasn't much, and they
12
cushioned you.
pounds.
And now, Darius, you are
Better than
10
that.
feet below the floor of the safer space you had. Unwillingly.
Whoops.
I brush a little dust off his shoulders. There you go.
There's probably some fancy stuff in these boxes if you want to take a look, old man.
Which way?
That's the scariest thing I feel like I've been forced to do. And I'm alive.
You did great.
Yes.
I'll write a song about you later.
The scariest thing I've been forced to do.
You would think the scariest thing would be all the zombies we fought, but no. That's the thing I could have stopped myself from. I could have stopped, I thought, but.
So looking around, what do we see?
You are now down here. Again, you see a couple of crates. You see some dusty barrels. It is about 15-foot wide tunnel, stone, very dim light. You've got light shining down from the inn where the fire was still going. There's still a couple of torches and lights up in the inn, hooded lanterns mainly, indoors.
I have dark vision. Is there anything I can see further?
You have dark vision, so you are going to you're seeing a little bit further. Again, it's just a longer tunnel that curves kind of both ways. You're not able to necessarily see anything else. Again, all of you make let's go with a perception checks. Everyone can make a perception check since you're all looking around.
I'm not really looking around. I've taken a seat at this point, and I'm just like trying to cope. So I'm not going to make a perception check.
I'll just use my passive perception. I rolled a 5.
What?
I'm using my passive.
Yeah, passive is the one to go.
I said
Blacksmith
So everything
craft
I've already
dice, rolls what
described-
Nathan
Great, that's what
needs.
we see.
Yeah, all right.
Everything I've described is what you.
I tell everybody, I noticed zombies going down to the water. I don't know if
I
we
did
can
too.
figure out maybe a tunnel that goes. I know cats don't like water, but if that's what they're drawn to, maybe that's where the portal is.
Let's give it a try. I will pull out a couple torches. So I'll pull out 3 torches, and I will use my tinder to. Actually, I don't have any lighting material. Never mind. Don't mind me.
You have a tinder box?
I have a tinder box, but I don't. I guess that would work. That would
A
work.
tinder
Tinder
box
box
would
is-
Yeah,
include it.
that's what that's for, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would say
All right.
You should have like
you'd be
stuff in there.
hitting like the flint on the steel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
causing
Perfect.
a spark next to the torch, which is already coated in oil and some
Yep.
sort of animal fat.
So I
that
pulled
would
out
catch.
3 torches, lit them. I've handed one to each of the small halflings next to me.
Thanks.
All right, then I'll hand one off to the cat. And
As a side note, I have detect magic
Mhm.
always going.
Mhm.
So if there's any blips
Sorry,
on detect
you have a
magic, just let me
demon
know.
on your side or something. So,
What do you mean?
well, what do you mean?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I just have dark vision. I mean, not dark vision. I just have detect magic.
Detect magic.
casted
So you you don't necessarily detect anything magical here. It's got a range of 60 feet, 30 feet.
I'll look that up.
I feel like it's no more than 60.
It's not more than 60.
So from where you are right now, there's nothing in the crates or the boxes. In fact, if you are specifically, are you looking for anything, or are you just with your detect magic? Do you detect anything?
The latter, because I'm
Okay.
not looking around right
Right,
now.
you're not active
30
right
feet.
now. So
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. Yeah, right now you're not getting any magical buzzes other than you see
Other than my amazing music skills.
I was gonna say the chalice that you have on your person.
That too.
They have some random
Yeah.
magical items, it would seem, but you've noticed
I've known
those.
those are there before.
You've
Yep.
noticed those especially more recently since becoming more of a little
Datstorian is here.
kid. Hey, Datstorian, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Stumble On In. Yeah, our adventurers just jumped down into a hole to escape some zombies.
With no way out. None of us tied a rope anywhere to climb back out.
Yep, they didn't tie any
Perfect.
rope to climb.
Can
They
I-
all jumped.
Hey, Kreslin, are you all right up there? Kreslin!
Yes, I think I'll be fine. But I don't know. Hurry.
Okay.
Alright. Torches in hand, I think we head the direction that we believe is towards the water.
Okay, you start heading that way. We are now going through the tunnel. That's the way we're going. You are traveling towards the west side of town, where the water is, which you could have seen if you could have magically seen what I drew on my map. Gosh, guys. You head what looks to be about 150 yards before you hit a straightaway. You're noticing more clumps of crates and barrels all of a sudden. And as you get to a point where you're thinking, man, we gotta be about 100 yards, maybe 75 yards from the water itself. You're starting to feel the moisture in the air. With your dark vision, you're going to notice, because torchlight's about 30 feet, you're going to notice that up ahead is a light coming towards you. And I'm guessing at least the three of you have been on alert? Are you...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just
It's
walking
no
along, kicking my
walk
toes.
in the park.
Let's...
Tabaxi's the only one with night vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the halfling... I never understood that about halflings. But
we
I
live
guess,
in the ground.
Yeah, but it's... People say it's more of a hilltop.
So more like a hobbit hole.
Yeah, it's a hobbit hole.
I mean,
Well, a halfling hovel.
A halfling hovel. Yes.
Yeah, so why don't the three of you, or unless you're actively looking now too, or are you actively
I'm like
hiding?
trailing behind them.
Ooh, bad idea.
And
Don't
yes,
split the party.
I am looking now because I'm in the middle of a foreign place and I'm not going to be caught off guard.
Alright, so let's all get another perception check.
More than a 12. It was a 1, but I get to reroll that.
I have a 1.
Halflings. You don't get to reroll that.
I don't get to re-roll that, but I can use my natural.
mine's a 14.
7.
Alright.
8.
So the tabaxi with her ears perked and listening, and that extra little bit of dark vision, sees this torchlight and hears a very faint voice up ahead.
There's a light talking.
Now that's some weird magic indeed.
There's a light talking.
There's got to be an explanation for a talking light.
Well, that's part of my show. Remember the talking light?
Do you want to do the talking light for
Are
them
you
again really quick?
playing a trick on us?
No, it sounds like no, I'm not. No. Sounds like there's something else down here.
Do you want to send a talking light at this talking light and see if they can communicate?
Not really.
Okay. Well,
Where did you hear the talking light?
Ahead.
Do I see a light?
You don't have the torches, so you all are talking about this.
I'm like standing next to them.
Yeah, you look beyond and you might see a faint flicker beyond your torch range. Again, it's weird, you know. It's when two lights start coming to meet. You don't know, is that mine going a little bit further, or is that coming from the other direction? Again, you maybe see a little bit of silhouettes, as if there's a little bit more light. You know, you see more boxes, crates and barrels and things like that. To where it would seem like there might be a light behind those.
I don't know if they're friends or foes. Do we hide or do we go forward?
move forward, I guess. There's-
You first?
All right. I'll start walking forward and.
I'm still walking.
Oh, you're still walking. Okay, I'll catch up to the cat then. Whisper, wait. Let me join you.
I look behind. Is there anything behind us?
There's nothing behind you. Nothing has jumped into this tunnel.
I follow.
You're following? You gonna follow too?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you all, you haven't stated you are doing it, so why don't you give me stealth checks, but I'll just let them be straight stealth checks.
Does a 24 get me anywhere?
23.
It gets you real.
She has a nat 20.
I have a nat 20, so
Oh, you have a nat
23.
20?
Yeah.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, alright.
Super stealth.
21.
21, okay.
Ba-na.
So you all are making your way further through this tunnel, a little more on guard because you don't know what lies ahead. You get, as you're moving, the light grows brighter. You do see that there is another light up ahead.
Do we see a person with that light?
You're hearing a voice, one singular voice. It seems to be going in a chanting rhythm.
I grab my dagger.
There are also, you can't see anything yet because you're seeing what is probably the opening of the tunnel up ahead, but there are, more of these boxes. Again, this looks like it was some sort of smuggler's route.
Okay.
Should we douse our lights?
It wouldn't hurt.
Element of surprise?
Okay.
Is there enough if our lights were out that we could, does the path look clear ahead?
Well, I can still see. So.
Yeah.
Like we could walk without.
Yes, because you're
having
seeing
anything to
this
follow.
light.
Yeah.
You would be in low light,
Okay.
a low light scenario, but you would still all be able to see.
All right.
Okay.
I
Do it.
douse. I put my torch on the ground. I feel like you can't just blow that out. It's not birthday candy candle.
Yeah.
I rolled it on the ground. I put my light out.
Oh, if only I were a ice breath weapon dragon,
Yeah, what are your poison?
Yeah.
Nobody has a ray of frost cantrip, right?
No.
Just
Nope.
other fun ways
None of
that
that.
you could be.
Other fun ways.
Yeah,
Prestidigitation.
great.
There we go.
You can do that, and all the torches go out.
Real Poda says, chanting in a dark underground tunnel, probably a timeshare seminar with free knife sets.
I'm in. Nice.
That reminds me of the time before we got married. Yeah.
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 We got tuckered into one of those.
Everyone does.
It was an amazing, I will say, the pots,
Those knives.
the knives, everything was, I was like, wow, I would gladly have that in my kitchen.
I
And
mean,
that's how
I don't have $5,000.
I wouldn't
I
have to
used to
spend
sell
for a
knives.
dagger.
There you go.
Right, cat?
Yeah.
I'm down for a 3-hour seminar to get a new set of knives for my character.
Mhm.
Let's do this.
Yep.
So, lights are out.
Lights are out. You all are now able to see with the difference of lighting. A bright, it almost looks like there are a number of torches in this room up ahead. It looks like, from what you can see, the brightness level, it's probably a larger room. It's probably the end of this route. But again, right at that entryway that you know to go through, you have a path that you can all clear. It's probably a 5-foot path, and the rest is covered with boxes.
All
Right.
right.
Continue to stealthily creep.
Okay, give me another stealth check, just because we've stopped, done a couple things.
Also have halfling nimble.
Are we by the boxes?
Yes, so you got the boxes.
Are we all rolling still?
I'm rolling. I'm following up.
17.
Okay,
15.
okay.
So are we by the boxes?
Yeah, you are. You were, let's say, 30 feet away from the boxes when you all doused your lights because you knew your torchlight made it so far. You didn't want to. You knew any further, your light may start to play with the other light, and then 30 feet to the boxes.
Can I smell them?
Can you smell the boxes?
Mm-hmm.
perception check.
She can smell them.
Is that a nat 20?
Yeah.
So it's a 23.
Get them out of the way on those. You smell the stores of. Again, while this is a smuggler's tunnel, you don't know how long ago this smuggler's tunnel was here. So you maybe smell what would have been, couple-year-old apples and
Catnip?
Catnip.
That story one is hoping for some catnip.
There's one box that says Feast of Fancy on it. But it seems like it's been sitting there a long time.
We lose Whisper for the rest of the episode, digging through boxes.
Yep.
Oh, I was like puking in the back.
The barrels you smell. What you smell, and you love the smell. You do smell a little bit of wine. There's a bit of sweet wine, and there's also the smell of ale, because the one thing that doesn't necessarily go as bad in a barrel is alcohol.
Can I open the box?
You have the freedom to open that box.
I don't know if I have to check anything.
You would
gonna
need
open the
to. What kind of weapons or tools do you have to open it with? These are crates, so they would have been nailed shut. So this is about a 2.5, 3 foot high crate. There are smaller crates, but these bigger ones were put out towards the end, and that's what's in. Remember, this was a 15-foot wide space, so on either side is like a 3 foot by 3 foot crate. So you could open it. You could probably have to pry it open.
I rolled a 15 perception. I should be able to see this going on, and she's.
Yeah, you do, because she isn't necessarily trying to hide it from you.
All right. I'll rush over and put a hand on the claws that are kind of prying at this box.
Mm-hmm.
Shh. We can come back later for this, but we must be silent. The lights ahead might be enemies. Kill talking lights. Get treasure.
Okay.
You speak cat?
My father had a group of cats he hung out with. But that's another story for another time.
Were they some real cool cats?
There
at
was
the end?
some real cool cats.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Man. Did they happen? Were they bards? Did they prefer
had
jazz?
Cat class and cat style.
Another story,
They
Another
were,
story.
They were better with their arpeggios.
Yeah, right. Some of them were really highbrow.
Alright.
So you have found yourselves now hiding. You've snuck up to this area. Did you sneak up? Did I get you sneaking?
I rolled a 1 and a halfling, so I re-rolled a 20.
Talk about the halfling love.
So I'm very sneaky.
Stinking halflings.
He's
I'm
climbing
okay with it though
walls
because I'm
and-
playing. Garth is a halfling, and that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons I did it.
What do we see?
What you see is you all kind of like in classic peeking around the corner, the two short people on the bottom,
Yep.
the two tall ones above them. You see a circle that has been created. There is a dark energy floating in the center. Is a ball as it spins, and the dark energy seems to pour up out of the ground and into it. If you let my spellcasters make an Arcana check.
$16.
All right.
15.
So Bree, you note that this energy that you've seen from the eyes, it's a very similar energy. You know that this, and you would as well, having seen things, that this is the energy from the Shadowfell. You also get the sense of like this area is dangerous. There are markings on the ground. You actually see some other jagged stones at points around the circle, where there is the beams are kind of coming up out of them as well. There's a center and then the beams, and it's all leading into this stone. You also hear the chanting. You can all see with your back, with their back kind of to you. It's almost 3/4. There is a robed figure with a bald head, and there is a chanting. He's chanting more and more, and as he does, spouts of dark energy shoot up from the jagged stones on the ground, and then all of a sudden, a bit of flame sparks from one, and then another, and they drop onto these dry crates. There's small fires seem to be going around. Nothing has happened yet. As you get a little closer, because of that perception before and you were specifically looking for it, you also smell in the air a sweetness that you would recognize as molasses, and you also you smell what to you is like an animal fat, but
Okay.
others would recognize as more of an oil.
Okay.
As I'm seeing all this, is there like incense, like charcoal, like all these kind of things that you would do in a ritual? Are they around?
There are markings on the floor, and it seems that these stones, these jagged stones on the outer edges of the circle, that them combined with this spinning sphere, this silvery, with dark energy flowing from its sphere, these are the components for this ritual.
Okay.
Pulling energy from what you know to be the Shadow Bell.
Alright, so I whispered to everybody else, the room's trouble. There's stuff on the floor, runes making it work. This is what we've been looking for.
What's our next course of action?
Gotta get him to shut up.
That guy looks like bad news.
I need all three of you to roll a stealth check. Straight up. Well, with your
These
stuff.
three?
Bree to the three of you who just spoke.
Okay.
Will roll stealth. Just as you've gotten closer, I know you are whispering, but things happen. There are moments in between the chanting where he may have caught a noise.
9.
Okay. You see his head perks up a little bit. The words continue, but at a slower pace, as another spout of flame hits a crate, and this crate had already had a corner that was burning. There seems to be, again, some small fires have started around here. Nothing too intense yet, but there are some fires.
Do I recognize this guy?
You could roll me a history check.
9.
You don't necessarily recognize him specifically. You would guess that from the word, like obviously he's a spellcaster of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding, it looks like in one hand, a book, so you're assuming he might be a wizard. That kind of just history of like,
Yeah.
put two and two together, a little bit insight there as well. But you don't necessarily recognize who he is in the moment. Again, he's got his back mostly to you.
Do you want to attack him or talk to him?
I could try to blind him.
Can you deafen him?
I could do that
Can
too.
can't silence though.
No.
Okay.
If looks like he's coming up with spells from a book though. So if he couldn't read it, maybe.
I don't know.
I feel
don't know how
bad
that
attacking
works.
unprovoked, but it's pretty clear
how
that
far
he's
is he
bad.
from us?
He is probably about another 30 feet away from you.
Okay, as they're saying this, I will cast darkness centered on him.
Okay. How does
So-
that one work? Is it just...
It's a
this happens?
15-foot radius of darkness on a point. Dark vision does not work. Only magical light of a higher spell level
So what is that spell level?
It's a spell level, second.
Second level spell. Okay.
Yep.
And so it would have to be spell of 3 or more. Okay, and then
It's centered on him. It is pitch black in that
He becomes
15-foot
blinded.
radius.
okay,
So yeah.
he becomes blinded. I'm gonna also say
And it moves with him because it's cast on him. I believe, right?
okay. That's very interesting. You you cast darkness on him, and the chanting stops. The sphere still hangs in the air. The energy still pours into it. But how big is the radius?
15 foot.
15 foot. Okay. You see certain parts of the dark energy. Kind of, it's purple and black. Like you think of dark energy, and that's what it is. The perfect descriptive words. At certain points on the circle, you still see the energy flowing up, but you do not see the sphere itself anymore.
Okay.
Because of his distance from it.
I have another question. With my detect magic
Mhm.
that's been up,
Yeah.
what magic did I identify when, like, is there any magic on him? And in the sphere, is there a school of magic associated that would have pinged on me?
You are.
It's a notification.
Sorry, my detect magic's going on.
I mean,
Giving you notifications all
You
day.
get service down here?
that Storian said we were looking at a wizard's almanac, and we didn't find him, but we got the weather report for next week.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. His chanting was just—he's just literally trying to see how the weather's going to be. It's currently 67 in Brydonis, specifically Glamstock. I believe it would have been an abjuration spell.
Okay.
While he's in darkness, how far away is he from us?
30 feet.
He didn't have anything magical on him.
No, the stones around the circle, they're glowing with magic. There is a
Like conjuration magic?
yeah, conjuration magic, as well as obviously where the sphere is. You are able to detect where the sphere is in. Well, would you be able to detect it in the darkness?
This was all before the darkness. Because I would have all pinged
Oh,
for
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
instantly when I looked.
So you would have seen a large amount of magic focused on this sphere.
Okay.
You see the dark energy flowing around it, but the magic field seems to expand even more. And because you have detect magic, you almost see like these lines that no one else can see of magic just pouring up
Okay.
above you into the city, spreading out tentacles, almost going through the town, and you're realizing that like these are groups of small individual beams, almost as if they are connected to every living thing other than yourselves, because as I believe he mentioned in the last time, Copernicus Jinx protected you from all of these things. You probably even see, in remembering that, you do see a slight white aura around all 4 of you.
Okay.
You would have noticed that around
Yeah,
Kreslin too. And you're piecing 2 and 2 together as you're getting all this information that you would have been protected. That this, like, there are dark beams that head towards you and they wind up going around you. There is no focus on that.
So this guy's definitely the problem here.
What makes you say that? Just because of all the things I said?
I
30-foot radius? Okay, cool. That's it. Sorry.
Yes.
Just wanted to double check.
I'm gonna throw a dart at him.
Into the darkness.
Yeah, cause I saw him and then it went.
You
down,
did see him.
so-
Here's the thing is, really quick, you cast darkness, we're going to roll initiative.
Alright.
I paused on that for a little
Alright.
bit, just to get everyone's input. But before you can make that attack, but we are going to roll for initiative.
That's what I rolled, but mine.
Alright.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
18.
Okay, so we've got... so 15, or nobody's over 20? So 15 to 20 is 18.
Yeah.
I have a 5.
So 10 to
14.
15, 14. So 5 to 10, 5.
And then he has a 4.
Wow, y'all are.
It's just a.
We're saving our high rolls.
I
for
saw.
what really
I mean, I
matters.
saw you before the show come over and just lick every one of our d20s and be like,
Uh-huh.
"These are the DMs now."
Yep.
So
I licked them on the 20 itself to weight it a little more to drop it.
that's
So-
why when I rolled, it stuck a little bit.
Uh-huh. All right. So Bree, you are at the top of the order. What are you gonna do?
Oh boy. Do I have to be able to see someone to cast Dissonant Whisper?
About yourself.
I would think so. Really quick, read what it says for Dissonant Whisper.
I mean, it doesn't say. It just says one creature,
Of your choice within range.
Of your choice within range.
60-foot range.
He would be in range, and you know the creature that you want to focus on. So I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whisper. You have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Your
Sorry.
mom has to make a wisdom save.
What do I have to beat?
Would you believe me if I said 20?
Nope.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 total.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Would
13.
you believe us if we said 18?
No. Okay, so you speak this, and he.
Oh
Still
yeah.
takes half damage.
Yeah, you take half damage, but you don't have to run away.
Okay. What kind of damage is this?
It's psychic damage.
Alright, so take half damage. I guess he will. Said Yoda.
Scott and Gus, or Sean and Gus are gonna come up and,
People are starting to wonder about your life choices, Nathan.
being an actor and a dice kicker licker.
A dice
It's alright.
licker.
Scott Denuzzo can't spell either, so whatever.
Did he go to school?
Insults thrown?
So you take 5 psychic damage then, if it's half.
I'm gonna tell you what. He doesn't like that. But up next is Darius.
And I call out, "Don't go in the room."
Why not?
Oh wait, so initiative started.
The floor,
when he
it's bad.
Cast the.
Yeah. When you cast darkness. You know, the wizard that's there seemed to think it was a little odd that everything had been going so well, and then all of a sudden, all the lights went out.
all
When
of
the lights go on in the city.
Wait, do you want to tell me what you say as your dissonant whisper?
You have been weighed. You have been measured and you've been found wanting.
Ah,
Something like that.
okay. Yeah, that would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me your vicious mockery? Is that a wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna cast hex on him. And
Okay. Is that something that you have to see him?
Hmm?
Do you have to see him with that?
No. Within range.
creature you can see within range.
Oh, C. Yep. You can
Oh. Clever.
Thanks for that protection.
see it. It's my DM's honor.
The first move must always be for me.
The first move must always be for DMs.
If I want to Eldritch Blast, can I do it at disadvantage? Because I know where he was.
Uh,
I think that's the rule.
yeah, I'll give you disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast.
I was wondering if I wanted to do like a percentile, but
That's gonna be an 8 plus 13 to hit.
you seem to shoot some damage. Fire some damage at him.
Alrighty. Let's remember
Far
what damage those is.
away.
Where's my 10? That's gonna be a big 5 damage.
Hey, perfect 10 between the two of us.
Okay. 5, you said?
Take that, wizard concentrating on something.
Uh,
I'm guessing it's his turn next.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Unless he rolled a 3.
I don't think that's the case.
He has just taken this hit after hearing a voice. Remember when he kind of turned his head?
Yeah.
So, being now in darkness, he's going to cast a fun little thing. Alright, we're going to do it that way. He is going to cast something called Color Spray,
Ooh.
which is a spell I've never used before, but I'm sure excited to do it. So it's where he takes 6d10. Rolls
Is this
that.
like the color run?
Basically.
60, 10.
You just get sprayed with the.
Oh wow, so that's 10, and 16 is 36. So what was our attacking order?
It was
Their
me,
current hit
Um,
points.
then Darius.
Excuse me. Are we close enough for that spell to affect us?
30 feet away.
30 feet.
Well,
He doesn't know
why
that.
do it?
He just
doesn't know
casts it.
He's in the dark. Yeah, we're behind him.
Yep. So he is. Dang gone your darkness.
Whoops.
He could run at us.
He could.
We have fire.
But he's in complete
The
darkness.
DM's honor.
Yeah.
DM's
He has-
honor.
I'm also a DM. I can't help it.
The danger zones.
So darkness is at what level? You cast it at second level?
Second.
How are you a monk with spell slots?
Because I'm
Because
a monk with spell slots.
Is that your...
Way of the Shadow.
Darn shadows.
Hello.
Okay. Darn ninjas.
But I can't cast much. I only have very little key right
He
now.
has a little key.
Okay.
And I just use most of it.
So he's gonna assume that you all are closer to him. He's gonna cast color spray. You all won't even see it though,
Because it won't make it to the edge of the darkness.
because it won't make it to the edge of the darkness.
Do we get to see a little bit of like sparkles at the end of it? Nah.
You've been working on your darkness. Those
No,
sparkles in
so
it.
you don't. That's the beauty. That's a beauty too. You don't even know that he cast this.
Okay.
What did he cast?
We'll just assume you didn't take a turn.
Colors.
Alright.
Color spray.
No, what did he cast?
Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't gone
There-
yet.
there-
He hasn't gone yet.
I got.
We don't know if he's gone or not.
Yeah, you don't even know if he's done anything.
Maybe he's dead.
We don't know if he's curled up into a ball and started crying. Unless we can hear that.
I
which
haven't
we
used
probably should.
Tasha's hideous
No, he's
laughter
not.
quite yet.
He is not.
my older brother hurt me as a kid. He's cast darkness on me.
Wizard troubles.
But what you do notice is that this sphere of darkness, which is centered on him, so it's going to move with him. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if it was like it's centered on this point, and while
No,
he's in
I
that
cast
point,
it on like his cloak. So that
Gotcha.
way it moves with him. Darkness can be shuttered if I like cast it on his head and he puts a helmet on it or puts a bowl over a
Gotcha. Okay.
handheld item. Like,
Isn't it fun playing against a DM, Nathan?
I got tricks.
playing against two
GM
DMs.
battles.
I got tricks. All's good. Okay, so he's going to. You're going to see this dark. Is it a sphere?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, sphere. You're going to see this dark sphere begin to move away from you, and it is going. As you're all looking at the room, I guess none of you have come into the room yet.
Yeah.
You are just seeing that it backs opposite of you.
How far and does he have to roll anything to make sure he doesn't trip?
He set up this area, so he good.
Okay.
He stayed on the outside of the circle where the jagged rocks were.
Alright.
And he is going to move slowly, so he's only going to go half his move speed. He's going to move about 15 feet.
Okay.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be afraid of the rocks. They're just conjuring something. We can go into the room. It's fine.
All right.
Someone's getting brave.
Oh, I was saying you guys can go into the room. I'm saying always.
Oh, it's
We're more of a target
the
altogether.
proverbial we.
So,
Go into the room.
45 feet away now.
Ish.
yes, ish. And it's going to be your turn because that's all he can do.
Okay, so I'm going to dash forward.
Okay.
So that's 30 feet. And then I'll throw a dart.
Disadvantage.
Why is it
Disadvantage
Because
because
he's
there's a
in
bunch of
darkness, you
darkness.
can't
You
see
technically
him.
can't see him. You don't know if he's standing full height. You don't know if he's shorter. You don't know if he's.
I attack the darkness, says Scott Denuzzo.
Yeah, pretty
basically.
much.
Does her
I'm
dark,
okay with that.
does her dark vision?
Both are 19 plus 3, so it's a 22.
All right, roll for damage, I guess.
Do I roll that one? Or is that?
That's flat enough. That's a
Okay.
4.
That's a 4 plus 1 makes it a 5.
5. All right, so everyone can hit for 5 today.
Everyone can only
So
hit
this
for 5.
combat will be done in 20 more rounds.
All right. You have hit. Do you want to move at all, or are you all staying in that entryway?
bit, right?
I moved forward.
Oh, that's right. You had moved to throw.
She
Yeah.
moved 30 feet.
So you moved in. You moved in 30 feet.
She did.
Yeah, I did.
Then you would have been on the edge of the darkness. Did you just go straight forward?
I was, but I was still 15 feet out, so it would have been.
Right. So you're not in the darkness. I'm trying to figure out. Did you just go straight in? Because you may have.
Well, I think I had to go like around the box we were
Right.
like hiding behind, so that probably took a few feet.
Did you go anywhere near the circle of anything, or did you stay on the outside? Like, we don't have a map, so I'm just trying
Yeah,
to picture
not-
what direction you took in.
I just imagine I went around the side of the box and then ran. So I don't know which side of the box I was on and if that would have put me through the circle because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing I probably would have hit the circle
Okay.
because if I'm picturing it. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
Don't touch the giant ball.
We're gonna just say that you just kind of reacted and ran.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you are going to you brush the side of the circle, and you
Okay.
just feel this a small sting as you take 3 points of necrotic damage. You feel the dark energy as you kind of get closer zaps from one of the stones, and like I would say that as a reaction you could step out of it as well, but you and you all who are aiming at this guy would notice this as well.
Cool.
And then next up is Tobor.
Finally. So I'm watching all of this happen. Would I have seen what happened to our dear Whisper?
You would have seen that. Yes.
All right. And then clearest path to get to the edge of the darkness is about how far would you guess?
It's still about 30 feet.
Okay.
I would say you could go 30 feet and you'd still be about 5 feet away from the darkness, but
All right.
yeah.
All right.
For the safest route.
For the safest route.
To
Okay.
take like one diagonal box.
All right.
Darkness concentration.
Darkness is concentration. So, what I will do is I will run up to get to the edge of the darkness, and then I get close to it, I'll release my concentration on darkness so it drops instantly,
Okay.
and I will continue to move up to my 40 feet that I can move, which should probably get me about what? About 10 feet from him.
Yeah, about.
Not like right up on him.
Yeah.
All right. And at that point, I will fling a dart at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
15.
Okay, so that would hit, except that now that he sees you, all of a sudden the darkness is gone and he had been
Would
backing
hit.
up. Huh?
It would hit, so it hits his armor class, but
Shield.
perfect.
He's like, and you just see this almost invisible barrier as your dart got very close, but at that last moment, right off of him, it almost as if he cast it right at the last moment.
All right.
To be able to do this, and now we've gone one full round in. The boxes around us have started to catch fire, even in these 6 seconds. The dust, the dryness of some of the crates has started to catch fire. You all are now looking upon the clay-like face, just these no eyebrows, bald head, deep-set dark eyes, a long nose, and this wizard, now seeing you, his foes, grins. And I think we're going to take it to a break right now. After one round of combat, we'll come back into the combat
I don't like that grin.
so that we can get just a little bit of break. So, otherwise we could be here another hour playing, which we will be back in a little bit. But it was closing in on our break time. So we'll be back to see what happens in the combat in a little bit. Until then, go grab yourself a snack, take a drink break. If you got a Yoo-hoo, grab it, because it's delicious.
We've only got about 20 in the
See you
fridge.
soon.
See ya. And then he won. The end. Sorry, guys. Welcome back. I hope you grabbed yourself a delicious chocolate drink. Because that's all you really need in your life.
We're not sponsored by them. We just got
I
Yoo-hoo
know.
bombed.
Yeah.
We just got Yoo-hoo bombed.
We're not
That's
sponsored
all.
yet.
With the help of POTUS, we will
I'm going
get
for a personal
sponsorship.
sponsorship at this point. Whether it's for the inn or not, Nathan Andrzejczyk will be sponsored by Yoo-hoo.
Nathan,
Yeah?
I mean,
Do you
you
know
can't
that-
even. I think Yoo-hoo, the only place to buy it is on Amazon, actually.
yeah.
So-
one
East
of-
Coast is
Or if you
everywhere.
have a time machine.
Or you could just get a Yoo-hoo tattoo across your forehead, and
That's
then
a
it's like
better
you're the
option.
mascot right there.
Because why wear a hat that says Yoo-hoo?
When it can be permanently there.
You could just put it there always.
Dedication.
I like it. So where we left off, we had just completed the first round of combat against this evil wizard who was summoning. He was suffering from not being able to see because someone cast darkness on him.
Clay skin? I don't know what's up.
Yeah, clay skin with a weird smile.
It's not that his
It was clammy.
clay was maybe a poor way to. It's not like it's melting, but
I'm
it's just very
picturing
smooth.
the thing. Oh, okay. I was picturing like cracked, dry.
No, that's,
That's
rock.
his skin?
That's more of a rock. Than
Rocks
a clay.
can be.
That's his skin?
That's his skin. It's very gray,
Oh.
very flat, very smooth
That sounds like
Is that
rock.
hard?
face.
Gotcha.
Huh?
Is it hard or is it soft?
You would have to poke his face.
You have to poke his face.
Poke
Well,
a
don't
face.
tell me that.
Poke a
'cause
face.
Now I've got
The
to
cat.
do
The
it.
cat. Here's the thing. You can use your full action to just go up and be like, "What
In
is
the-
you?
In the eye.
What is your face?"
In the eye.
Don't tell me, because now I'm gonna have to do it.
Hey, Push is here.
Hey, Push. Welcome
Welcome.
to the second half.
This is when things are getting interesting. It's good.
Battle time.
Good
It's
timing.
my turn, yes.
Is your
And we go to battle music.
You are.
All right.
Speaking in the wrong
Oh, that's
voice.
true. I pull out my bagpipes and play till his ears bleed. No, just kidding.
That's 1 second. After 1 second.
After
He sees the bagpipes and starts crying.
No. I got a nifty new spell when I went up a level, so I'm gonna cast it. This is the inaugural casting of Cloud of Daggers.
Lovely. Cloud of daggers.
center.
Range on that?
It's
You
5
just-
foot cube, so
it's
you're 10
just
feet away.
cast, right? It's not
Yeah.
even a save.
Nope, just a
And how
cast.
Just a
long is
cast.
it?
forever.
It's a concentration.
Okay.
It's a concentration, so
Lasts
he can
a
make
minute.
you break your
Slashing damage
concentration.
to all that enter or start turning the area.
Are you staying at that entrance place?
Yes.
Great. Let me just double check something. What is your range on that?
60 feet.
Why?
I
Why?
paid attention to that detail.
Darn. All right, so that would go full. Do you have a sliver of glass?
Yes.
No, you probably have. As a bard, you have a spellcasting focus, don't you? Your
My
instruments.
instruments.
Loot.
All right.
My flute,
So
my
you're gonna
pen flute.
fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube that is 5 feet centered on this guy.
Yes.
So
He
we've
takes
actually
damage.
been talking about this. This particular spell has come up a couple times in the last day. It says a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn
Could
there.
it just be 44?
No,
44.
it cannot.
44 points.
And in fact, wait. Cool. Oh, now you only get to roll 2d.
Clunk, 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 clunk. 64.
What? Stop it.
When I'm 64.
I have overridden it.
So you do that. Roll 4d4.
Do you want me to do it now or when you start your turn?
Right
Both.
now, so yeah, I do believe it's both.
Okay.
When it enters the spell area for the first time on a turn, so it is your turn. It is a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's entering. He didn't enter the area.
Got it.
The area is about to enter him. The blades are just gonna.
Yeah.
Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, that's a double of 5.
You did more than
Only
five.
increments
I did more than 5! Increment. Yeah, there we go.
Increments.
Alright.
About to do 50 damage, I think.
Yeah, I mean, my dagger might not have hit 5, so that's why he deflected. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
He
making
said, stick
up.
with the pattern.
That brings us to Darius. It is now your turn. You can see him
Yep.
now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
So, a layout of the room. If I move into the room and opposite of him, is the giant globe in the way?
So you would move. You could move about 15 feet into the room, and then being opposite of him, the globe would be between both of you.
Like it's obscuring my vision, or no?
It's floating above the ground. So because you're a little bit shorter, it's probably floating around the 4-foot level.
So you could hit him in the belly button.
so I
You
got
would
a
be able to
straight line of
see
sight.
him. There are lines of dark magic, but you're guessing that you can still go through this area as a magic user. Like you're looking at, it's not, since you have detect magic up all
Yeah.
the time, you're not seeing like a specific force field in this circle of stones and
Let me
magic.
check that actually. So I do have detect magic up all the time, but I have to re-up it. And let me check how long, because in combat that's different.
Yeah, and it's also a concentration spell, right? I don't know if there would be things,
Yeah,
especially.
I believe
It's a good point.
And I would say, as a now, this hasn't necessarily come up, but as a character that is often
10
frightened,
minutes.
would
It is concentration for 10 minutes.
Right.
Okay, 10 minutes. So
Basically, the way that I see how he operates, because he's always trying to understand if any magic is around him. So anytime he feels that it's not up,
right when you
pop
would
it
have
up.
gotten to these crates when you were looking and you were like, do I see magic? What are the fields like? And I described all of
I
that.
would have re-upped it at that
You would have re-upped it. That would have been your point. So I'll say you still have it up for this combat right now.
Yeah. I'm probably going to have to cast another concentration spell, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Okay, I will go, so what you said, 15 feet into the room, 15 feet across, have a line of sight on him. I am going to bonus action hex him,
Okay.
and
now you can see him.
I am going to make, so when I hex, it gives me extra damage on my attacks, but also he gets disadvantage on ability checks made with, and I'm going to make it, I get to choose an ability. Let's
there
say
be
wisdom
light.
checks.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
He gets disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
Well, actually, no.
All my
Because
spells.
no, those are saving throws though, not checks.
Oh, that's
So I'm gonna say strength checks.
Okay. Strength checks.
In case somebody grapples him. And then I'm
Cough,
going
cough,
to
cough.
Eldritch Blast him.
Roll to hit.
Let's go. That's gonna be a 14.
That would have hit normally, but once again you cast Eldritch Blast, and it ripples over this invisible force field that he has set up around himself ever since that dagger came flying at his face. He now
Is starting his turn
Can
in a cloud
see.
of daggers.
Yes, and he's starting his turn in a cloud of daggers. Thank you for the friendly reminder. It's gonna be either 5 or 10.
It's 44 points. It's an 8.
8?
Yes.
What?
Oh, sorry, no, 10. It's 10. 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you know what?
I
the first
also
time you
went
said
to school.
it, the first time you said it, that's what I'm gonna
Just kidding.
accept.
I was homeschooled.
So
was I. Yeah.
All right,
I can only count to this many.
you have
You don't use your toes?
hit him.
This is okay.
Yeah.
That's an increment of 5.
He's not happy. What he is going to do.
Can I? Oh, never mind. It's not my turn. I was just gonna call out, "Stop the dark magic!" Hello? I like to give people a choice to give up.
Gotcha. So let me just paint the picture of the room because you are still back towards that back section.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are around that area.
Yeah. I'm 45
As well.
feet away.
You're 45 feet away.
I'm
You're
in to the right.
in to the right. You're probably about 30 feet away from him just with the trajectory you took.
15 feet
But then what he is going
Jared's
to
right up in the
do.
Might be a little farther than that. Based on the trajectory.
away. You're,
Tobor.
what, you're 10 feet,
Tobor-
right? Right?
Tobor's 10.
Yeah.
About 10 feet. I know no Jared.
Jared.
I know a Jared. He was really nice. He liked my show a lot.
That was Nathan Kalkrasek. I think you're confused.
May he live in peace.
It's alright. He's an old man.
Did
Don't
you
worry
say
about
may
it.
he rest in peace?
I said, may he live in peace.
Ah,
He's
okay.
not dead.
He's dead to us right now. He's at a
I
convention.
don't think Kreslin liked the show though. To be honest.
No, he did, but he really liked the show. So what's going to happen is
no.
Whoops.
You all die.
Rocks fall, everyone dies, right?
he is going to cast Color Spray again. I got so much stuff going on here. He's going to cast Color Spray again now that he knows why he can do it. Because now the two big people
Effect, right?
are right in front of him, and I just really want to cast Color Spray.
What's the saving throw for this?
There isn't one! That's why the DMs love it so much. You know how like Cloud of Daggers just shows up and happens? So does this. Oh, why didn't it happen better though? Alright, so out of the two of you, who's got the lowest HP?
You do.
Yeah, I have 20.
Yeah.
You have 20?
I'm at
21.
25.
I have 20 right
Oh, right now.
Okay, so
Right from you stubbed your heel.
so that's 10. I get an extra 10 there. So you, good monk, are going to be blinded. Subtract each creature's hit point. Right, that's how it works. The creatures. Yes, I understand that. Yeah, you're blinded. That's what it does. I'm like, it's not telling me. Oh yeah, is blinded until the spell ends. So you are now blinded. The duration is
Blinded
1 round, so you are
by
blinded
light.
for this round.
Yep.
Kitty Cat, you have more than
The
10
remainder.
hit points, right?
Yeah.
So you see some sparkles go off. You see some magic. You see some pretty lights. And there looks to be like a laser pointer type thing on the ground right now.
Okay.
I just don't know as a cat if you're gonna like that. or not. And then what's gonna happen?
Mostly human.
I mean, it's a half and half.
Yeah.
We all saw the Cats trailer. And we all said, why? Unless you really enjoy the musical Cats, in which case, I'm glad you're getting your film. Like, there you go. Not everyone likes all the movies I watch. People seem to not love the Croods as much as they should.
They are getting a second one though.
They are getting a sequel, and it took too long, and I always get teary-eyed at the end because it's just beautiful. So what you're all seeing, though, is this bright light flashes, and then a cloud of mist surrounds him. And the remaining... on each of your turns, you'll make a perception check to see if you can see where he ends up. But Misty Step is just he gets to move, but he is no longer there. He is no longer in the cloud of daggers.
Okay.
He has vanished. It's now Whisper's turn.
Mm-hmm. With Misty Step, he reappears somewhere though, doesn't he?
He does, so you can make a perception check and see if you see him.
Okay.
Because again, there's a lot of, remember, there's crates, there's barrels, there are places that he would know this room.
I have a 12.
You see him leave and you're looking around. I'll let you choose, you can move at random if you would like. You can roll a d4 and see if you want to run north, south, east, or west to try and find him.
Yeah, but I'm blinded, right?
No. Just
You are not blinded.
Toby.
You saw these lights, but you were able to cover your eyes.
Toby.
The way the spell works is that it only affects a certain amount of players depending on how many hit points they have. There's a couple spells that do it this way. It's very interesting, but I essentially rolled a certain number of hit points, starting with the lowest, moving up. I believe sleep is another spell similar to it.
Yep.
You base it off of hit points, and then you go from there. So because you had more hit points than he did, that first roll I had, when it didn't affect anybody,
I missed
that would have
this
dropped both of you.
before, but it was really funny. So when you cast that, Push says blindsided.
Yep.
Okay, so I can
Sandra
still
Bullock?
see 12. You said I can move in
Roll
a
a
direction.
d4, or like you can choose if you want to try and find him.
The
I
DM side of me
imagine-
wants to yell out what Misty Step does.
No, I'm just like imagining that like I just saw sparkle, like color sparkles, the person disappeared. So I would probably just like freak out and like turn around.
Okay, so you're gonna look behind you.
Yeah.
You do not see him behind you. You see the place where you entered. You see Bree, who's probably also a little startled by this, a little upset. She's like, "What? I had him trapped." Darius, you also see kind of behind you, off to your left now, and he is also, huh? Where'd he go? But again, they'll be able to check on that in a little bit. Tobor, you are now up because you didn't want to move at all, right? Whisper, you're good.
Yeah.
You just want to turn around. You don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Tobor, you're blinded.
Mm-hmm.
You go about your turn as you would, though. But
Yeah. As a monk with my training in the way of shadow, what I would do is I would take a step forward and I would do a backflip back, and at that time I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and when I land, make a copy of myself,
Okay.
illusory, in front of me, or maybe I didn't backflip and maybe the illusion was
Right,
backflip.
yeah.
So, as far as your character knows, there's an illusion. I land right where I did for your DM knowledge, and there is a copy of me that's grabbing my face right in front as I'm blinded. So,
So here's a couple of things that I'm going to make you do, though.
yep.
If you want this to work,
Yep.
I'm going to say that your illusion has to crouch down because it is a 5-foot cube
That's
that
fine.
it has to
fine.
occupy, and you are over 6 feet.
That's fine.
Um,
Because I crouch down before I do my backflip
okay,
and twist.
I will allow that then.
Yep.
The other thing though is that you're going to have to make a acrobatics check.
Perfect.
as you are blinded, and I'm gonna say roll at disadvantage because of it.
Perfect. Okay. Acrobatics at disadvantage gets me an 11.
Okay, so you do this backflip, and it winds up. You just barely miss the timing of the floor. So I'm going to say that now both this one and this one are taking a knee, essentially.
Perfect.
Both of you are. So you are, I would say, prone. I won't give you any damage, but again, just because of the spacing,
Yeah, I mean, I landed, but I didn't.
you
land
landed.
it
You
well.
didn't take any damage, but it wasn't smooth, and
It's not a perfect 10 on that land.
it's not a perfect 10.
It's all right. I mean,
That's the
now
Perfect 11.
now now there's 2 crouched Tobors.
Exactly. So, not
Exactly
necessarily-
my intent.
Jared's like, it's fine.
Bree, you are now up. You could make a perception check to try and see where he went. If
I'm gonna do
you
that.
want.
Perceive.
I don't think I'm gonna defend him.
That was a 19 on the die.
Interesting.
If we added 16 to
I mean, my passive perception would just be 12.
Okay. So you don't necessarily notice where he goes either. You can look. I believe Cloud of Daggers is concentration, right? So you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna break my concentration.
Okay. You can. A reminder. I will say you can always ready an action. On a turn, you can say, "I don't see him. When I see him, I want to try something."
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I had taken my dagger out at the beginning. Dead story. The invisible wizard accidentally gives himself away as he watches Tobor miss the landing and says, "That boy ain't no Mary Lou Retton." Retton?
Retton.
Retton. Okay,
Retton.
I just say it right. I have my dagger in hand, so I think I would ready it to be ready to throw it
Gotcha.
when I do see him.
All right. So you've got a dagger at the ready.
Yes.
Perfect.
Because, would I be correct that prestidigitation can snuff a light but not a fire? Cool.
Yeah, not a fire. Which, thank you for reminding me. These fires have grown now.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
What's the room made of?
The walls
Walls
are
are wood.
stone. You know,
Stone doesn't go on fire, right?
Flash paper.
No.
the ceiling above happens to be wooden. And a reminder that all of the
Boxes.
crates, the barrels,
Not the ale.
I would
There
put
is-
out the fire.
there is alcohol.
I'm just kidding,
there
alcohol
is
would burn.
molasses. There is oils.
Perfect.
Make the report on local news.
Mm-hmm. And so, Bree, you have
Yeah.
ready that. Darius,
Yeah, that's true.
it is your turn.
I get to roll to see
Another
him,
fire?
right?
You get to roll for perception. Yes.
Too better than the rest of us.
We're heading into that season.
17.
So you, having moved over
Yeah.
further than everyone else, notice that he has reappeared behind some crates and barrels. There's a stack of them that he materializes into. You could fire at him. You could move. Right now, he's probably got half cover, but
Okay.
you do notice where he shows up.
Okay.
He is about. Let me look at this layout. I would put him at roughly 25 feet from you.
Okay, I'm gonna move. So I come into the room and then I've gone this way. I'm gonna move more to
Okay.
get so I have a direct shot at him without cover. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'll move you another. I'll say it's 15, and you have to move through around a couple of crates.
Okay.
So you've really used maybe like 20 feet of your movement. You
Yeah,
had
that's
5
fine.
more if you wanted,
That's fine.
but you had to move around, so you've got a straight
And
shot at
as I'm running,
him.
can I be? He's over there.
You can call it out as reaction.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, I'll do that. And then I am going to. What? He's over there! Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Seems like something you would do.
I know it does, doesn't it?
It is a
It's almost like warlocks
It's a
were
D10.
created to do Eldritch Blast.
And only Eldritch Blast.
Well, it's a D10. It's better than any weapon attack, like a crossbow.
Crossbows, you
14 to hit.
I read good.
That just barely grazes. So
It does damage.
It does damage.
Fantastic.
Because the shield at this point has worn off.
Sure has. And I didn't know that, because I'm a magic. Actually, I don't know if I would know that.
Metagaming.
That's horrible. Oh wait, or is it not?
We need one of those like buzzers from AGT.
Is this?
For
That's a
metagaming?
1. 5 damage.
5 damage.
Sure was bad. Rolled ones on both
5.
dice.
So you could use this one.
Oh yeah, that would be smarter. Yep.
Yeah, that's
I think
I'll do it.
pretty great.
And
So-
the X is still on him.
You've hit him, and it's and he notices you. Doesn't Eldritch Blast do a specific form of energy damage?
Force damage.
Force damage. Okay, great. So you see his arm recoil as he now notices that you've seen where he's gone. He sees you.
Can I? I had 5 movement speed left. Could I move behind a box with that to get half cover or something?
That's for 3/4 cover.
Oh, that's right. He had half cover.
No, I moved around it.
Oh, that's right.
I moved
you
around.
moved, so now you're moving to
But
where
you
you
said
would
I
have
moved
cover.
through boxes.
Yeah, I'll give you half cover. Sure.
Awesome. Me and my 16 hit points at full
Whoa.
capacity.
I'm at 21 full.
Me too.
What happened there? Oh, you rolled a 1 on your hit points
I
too?
lost, like,
I rolled a 1 twice.
Yeah.
The evil wizard is now going to take his turn. Well,
Oh,
he's
he's
definitely not.
Wait, he's
Well,
evil?
Well, we
We're
saw,
not the evil
I'm
ones?
kidding, I'm
we
kidding.
saw
So you
dark
are
energy.
actively
You're
hiding, yes?
No,
So-
I have to use
Or-
an action to hide.
Oh, right. You,
I'm just
but you have
behind
half
a
cover.
box. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, there's so many things that he could do.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do with all that junk inside jump trunk?
He is going to
Get some magic.
try something here.
Get some magic. Get some
Having
magic.
seen you, he is going to run out. But what you all see, well, not you, you're blind.
Till his turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's
But
His
what's
turn
happening
now.
is, as your sight comes back,
Yeah.
you see Darius run out from some boxes.
Alright.
I did point out where he was.
You did point out where he was, but what you all see is Darius run out from behind some boxes. He,
Is that what I see too?
that's what you see as well.
Darius sees Darius running out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's confusing.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
yeah.
So Darius runs out and jumps up and grabs the orb. And as you see this orb, and as you see this,
He's not gonna row a
you
boat.
hear. He's not gonna row a boat. You hear him yell, "It's okay! I think I can stop him!" And grab the orb. And come down with the orb, put it into the cloak, and the field is still crackling, but the orb is on his person. And
How much movement was that?
that was his full movement. So yeah, what you see is Darius has now grabbed the orb.
So we saw real Darius run and hide.
You saw what you would have been able to see because he moved to the other side of
Sam run out
boxes.
of the box.
Is you would have seen him move to the other side of boxes.
But then fake Darius runs out from other boxes because he.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out like. spatially what?
Yeah, so you would have seen fake Darius run out from a different point than you maybe saw last Darius. Darius pointed out where the guy was, and then you saw him run off. You saw the layout of this place. You would have seen him, boom, go to your right, go behind some boxes.
All I can say is it's a good thing Valori's not here right now.
Saying, but before he said, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
As I was running to, so like the room,
Yeah.
I'm on this side of the room and I'm running up going, there he is! And then I go in and out of some boxes here,
And he comes out from the
Mhm.
other side.
and then you see, 6 seconds later,
Yep.
him come out of this, me come out of these other boxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you currently probably can't see me, I'm assuming.
And both of you were actually looking around. I'm blinded, so I
Yeah.
have no idea
can
what
So
now
happened.
what you
You're
see,
coming out of
all
the blind,
you
yeah.
see coming out of this blindness is Darius holding on, going and grabbing this orb. And it is now going to be Whisper's turn.
Yeah, that's what I was not excited about.
Can I use a reaction to yell?
No.
You used your yell on your turn.
You
You'd
used
be
your
able
vocal.
to-
Sure.
Yeah.
I think
Otherwise, we would start having a no, it's me, no, it's me dialogue mid combat.
I think Whisper is thoroughly confused.
Mm-hmm.
So I let out like a growl and I just have my glaive, but I don't think I do anything.
Okay.
Just am irritated.
Yeah, I get that. Tobor.
Alright, so as I'm coming out of blindness and I see Darius run and grab the orb, my short time with Darius makes me understand that that is not him. He's strayed away from everything that is like remotely dangerous. So I will stand up, and because half movement speed gives me 20 feet, I should be able to dart right up to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get in range, and because I don't want to spend actions trying to grab maces or anything, I'll just swing and do another swing. Just
Okay.
punching this fake Darius because I believe
You're gonna just straight up.
I'm just
attack
gonna
fake
straight attack Darius because I believe that's not what he would do, and that's either him in a weird state.
He's been charmed.
Because as
Versus-
Code imports his words, brave Darius equals the fake Darius.
Yeah, Darius
Not
going
bad.
after anything magical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, no way. He barely can do his thing.
He's calling BS.
So my first hit is a 16. So I'll swing with fist number 1.
Yeah, you make a move towards him, and he sees that he hasn't fooled you at all, and he's just going to. He's in total defense mode. You see your first fist bounce off another invisible force field.
Ooh, hi.
Well, because I used my action, grapple is a full action, so I can't do anything.
You can still swing again.
Grapples?
Swing again.
It's just an
Nat
attack.
20,
Oh, it's not.
nat
Yeah.
20,
No, it's
nat
not.
20. Oh.
No, that's an 8. So I swing again for an 8.
Mm.
We wanted it too much.
Yeah.
All right. He does not like. He's a little bummed that he didn't trick the blind guy. Yeah. You see one eyebrow on Darius's face raise. It's a little more wrinkled
On
eyebrow.
fake Darius's face.
Like, look at Alex and then take the face app and then do the old mode, and that's Darius.
And then the Russians have got you.
And then the Russians have you.
the Russians already had me. They just updated my address book.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you know.
That was kind of them.
Oh, yeah, very nice. But yeah, you have. Oh, you know what? In fact, no, he already used his reaction to cast shield.
Yep.
Would that take away his ability to do an opportunity attack?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Then that's what happened.
And
We,
Cody's just bought a scroll.
Oh.
A red ribbon scroll.
Red
Right?
Ribbon scroll.
POTUS, thank you for hopping in here and throwing a scroll into the mix. As you all know,
Watch it.
well,
this is gonna go Nathan's way tonight.
those of you who don't know, our scrolls are random.
Yep.
There's various tiers. Nathan, please remind us of the
digging
tiers.
Through the box here.
So, I mean, there's a
wonder
bunch of
who
red
wrote
scrolls. I
that.
want to give POTUS the opportunity.
What are our tiers here?
This
Otis,
is the.
you get
oh.
a special
What?
option. You,
Scroll
well,
down.
Not the one on the floor.
Scroll down.
You
Just
can't-
scroll down really quick, everybody.
There's one on the floor. You can choose that one if you so choose.
This is most of the red scrolls. I don't know if it's all of them. So these are our $5 scrolls. You buy one of these, you will choose it at random, and it will affect the game. It could be advantage, it could be disadvantage, it could be something towards perception or attack or.
Could it be like kill the DM's character
That's
right
the,
now?
That's the $50.
That's the really high level.
Okay.
We have $5,
That's
$10,
fun.
and $20 levels right now. So I will give you your pick, starting from this side. I believe it's your left to right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be an 8 somewhere, but
POTUS, now is your
POTUS, now is your time.
You gotta
1
choose.
through 7.
One
He
through
trusts
seven.
Says
the
you trust the
insight of
insight
Nathan,
of
the
Nathan,
DM.
the DM.
Don't do that.
Uh-oh.
Three.
Okay,
Three.
number three.
Oh my
I
I'll
think
say-
three's that one.
I
Is that
think
one?
it's got to be this one. Sorry, you already started.
Three, my lord.
Well, to be fair, there's a little bit of a
5.
delay.
No, 3.
There is a well, I already dropped them. You want me to
I
put them back up and
know.
pick
I
number
know.
3?
We gotta be a little bit more patient. I think.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna.
You
no.
shattered
My
his
trust has been shattered.
Sorry.
This has become quite
But this
a
is an
debacle.
interesting one. We haven't gotten this one yet.
Oh.
This is the deity of nature comes into play. From the ground in between the party sprouts a small branch from in between these carefully crafted dwarven level craftsmanship stones, and 3 good berries sprout on this branch. For those of you who, I believe good berries is both in the Pathfinder and the
Yeah, and
D&D
take your
role.
order.
You get HP from those. So this is essentially 3 free HP have grown nearby. It'll take an action to grab them, or I would even give that in D&D. You could do an interact with an object.
Interact with an object, yeah.
So I would give you that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if it was heard, but we said welcome to Goodberry, home
Well-
of the Goodberry.
Can I take your order?
So there you go.
POTUS, thank you for the good berries. We will attempt to consume them while not getting murdered.
Who are they? Who are they
So on
closest
the
to?
wizard's
Good berries
turn,
are
he's
great
gonna
for if
grab
somebody goes
them.
unconscious. You just pop one in their mouth. Save a
Yeah.
spell.
You make them chew it.
Yeah, you gotta grind it out for them.
Spit it into their mouth.
Ah, Dead Storian,
Has
thank
to
you.
Thank
stumble
you
on.
for.
He has to stumble on home.
Well, thank you for joining us, Dad Storian. Hope you enjoyed yourself here.
But he is popping in headphones to stick with
Okay.
us. So,
Oh,
that
awesome.
Storian, thank you for being in chat and continue to listen to this. And hopefully Nathan doesn't murder us and you listen and hear that.
But if he does, weep openly, so that all may know the loss that has been done this day. We are back to the top of the order, right?
Yes.
After these good berries sprout, the fire is also starting to spread. More of these crates are now on fire. A couple of the barrels have flames licking them.
This channel's on fire.
The state of this room is falling into a bit of disarray.
You could say.
We've got to get out of here.
I have a side question.
Yeah, side question.
Would I know what the good berries are?
I think you would. I think
Probably.
being from the
Nature.
jungle,
Yeah.
In survival? Yeah.
being a
Okay.
jungle cat, you would have probably interacted with these. You may have even had a healer in your
Fair enough. Okay.
Neighborhood.
clan.
So, please explain so as a player,
Mm-hmm.
she can understand what a good berry does.
Oh
Well,
yes.
oh no, he already said.
So
There's
yeah,
3
you
HP.
eat one. Each one is 1 HP worth of life. So it's like eating a 1 HP potion essentially. But they also, if you were traveling and on the road, they sustain you. They give you essentially like limbus bread. The idea of
Full days.
you have a full day's worth of rations in one bite, or kind of like the gum that was chewed in Willy Wonka, except it's a berry.
Does it turn you blue and make you blow up?
Apple.
It does not. Good
Okay.
berries have been perfected.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Wonka got his act together.
Yeah.
Who are the berries closest to?
They're in the middle, he said.
They're in the middle of you all. I would say
They're right by the evil wizard.
Right.
they grow, and the branch like comes right in front of the evil wizard's face, and he's just like, all right. No, I would say they're probably closest to Whisper. They're between Whisper and Bree, because both Darius and Tobor have separated themselves from the group a little bit more. I think they're closer to you two.
And it would count as an action.
It would. You would have to use your movement.
Interact with
You could
object.
interact with the object,
Yeah.
but then you could also eat them as an action. But it would only take your interaction with the object to pick them. You could still have an action.
Interesting.
So I could
Yeah.
pick them and then cast a spell.
No, you can't do that.
Cool. Okay, I can do that. Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna go over and pick the good berries.
Okay.
You can pick one. You can grab one as like a quick
Oh.
grab.
Yep.
I'll get
Oh,
you.
I was
Yeah.
just trying to take
Sorry,
it away from you.
Yeah, one at a time. They're not close to the wizard.
Okay, well then I won't worry about it. Well, no, I will because I don't want them to burn. I grab one good berry. And then it's raining daggers, yo.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Burns
Okay.
another spell slot.
Listen, we got it before this whole place burns. Where did my... Oh.
Interesting.
11.
Wow, okay.
Ouch.
It's those dang twos. that
Time
she
to
got.
up the ante, up the game.
So you cast Cloud of Daggers. He gets hit for 11 points of damage. He don't like it. Actually, well, I guess that wouldn't affect because it doesn't affect AC at all. Darn. I was like, but he's got a shield.
That's why I cast it.
Yeah, thanks, honey. Love you so much.
You're welcome.
Are you gonna move any more? So you came pretty much 15 feet into the room. He was in the middle of this center. When you came into, I'm gonna really quick because you went up to him, right?
He did.
I'm gonna retroactively.
The orb is down though.
One.
Right? Oh, okay.
But the energy field was still crackling.
Oh, gotcha.
So you just take 1 point of necrotic damage.
Alright.
Sorry, for moving into that field.
All good?
You have stayed on the outside of this field, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
But you moved into where the good berry was, so I'm gonna say you're probably about 30 feet away from him.
Okay.
Does that sound fair? That means you're 15 feet away from the edge of the circle.
Yeah.
Okay. Darius, it's your turn.
Okay, seeing this play out,
Mm-hmm.
this imposter, highly offended.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say anything as you charged
No.
up? Okay.
Just charged him. Started swinging.
I will run out from behind the box I'm behind.
And you see one of your party beating you up. Take 1 point of psychic
In a cloud of daggers.
In a cloud of daggers. You are
I
trapped in a cloud. Oh!
I thought you said he changed.
Oh.
Would you
But-
be in that same?
If it's centered on him, yes. If it's behind him, no.
It's
But
strategically
It
So-
was
placed
centered
behind
on him, so I would take damage as well.
So you would take 11.
Oh. I mean, I probably would have put it behind him if I realized you were like within the 5-foot radius.
I'll allow it. We'll have to be more careful with that
Okay.
Yep.
placement of that spell because if you centered it on him and he is engaged in
Yeah,
combat,
that makes
Yeah.
I know this is the first time with the spell, so I'll allow you to say that it was essentially behind him.
Can I clarify something?
Yeah.
Because I thought you said he had dropped his facade and he wasn't impersonating Darius anymore. Is that correct? Or
No.
am I wrong?
No, he had kept impersonating Darius. You just saw
Oh.
Darius. He kind of gave him a look like, oh, I see you figured it out.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened.
Hey, Sarah Kate.
Yeah.
Hey, Sir
Also,
Kate.
she had the night off because I know their group was taking a break from their D&D. So
Welcome.
hi.
Enjoy.
Thanks for joining us. for
Trying to kill
D&D.
him. Trying to kill them all. It's not working. I'm
Gotta
gonna cloud
kill
daggers.
them all.
But yes, Darius has come out from behind the box as he sees the
Talking
Dragonborn
my
beating himself up
barnables.
as he's stuck in a cloud of daggers, and
Silly, you'd think that they'd fall for that. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. And then I'm going to cast, because I'm really pissed,
Mhm.
Dissonant Whispers,
ooh,
which
okay.
is a wisdom save, and he is currently hexed, disadvantage on wisdom saves.
You gave him disadvantage on strength saves.
Oh, I did. Actually, I didn't. It's not against saves, anyways. You're right.
Yeah.
I did. My bad.
You did.
Strength.
But-
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
I wish that had worked that way though. That would be too strong.
That's a 19 on the die.
That's gross. Still takes half damage.
That's gross.
How much is that going to be? Half damage of Dissonant Whisper.
That's gonna be 46s.
Just a couple.
points of damage.
6. 13 damage. Halved.
I was like, that's half.
Oh, okay.
So 6.
So 6 damage. Okay.
Darn.
Ow.
All right.
We're upping it. We've gone from 5 to 10 to 6 and 11s.
So you moved a little bit closer to him because you had to come from around the
I just
boxes.
moved around the boxes.
But yeah, you're probably about 30 feet away, we'll say. And then
And then I'll move back 5 feet. Because I know how magic works. Actually, I'll move back 10 feet
you're
towards
gonna
the
move
wall.
back 10 feet, so you're now 40
Yes.
feet away from him. Lovely. Okay. Great. He is in a cloud of daggers, so he's going to take 4d4 of damage. We're gonna see what happens with that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
9.
All right. He is now going to cast at 2nd level Thunder Wave.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that both the Tabaxi and
Yep.
the monk are right next to him.
You had to move forward though. I mean,
I'm
close.
right up against
He's
him.
right up against. Both of you halflings are far enough back. But the two biggins, you're going to need a. I believe it is a Constitution saving throw.
Correct.
No, ma'am, he know him.
21?
21? No, I have a 5.
5?
Yeah,
All right.
I know how to do
Okay.
the math.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I rolled the wrong die.
What did you roll?
I think I rolled the 12.
Wait, what do you mean?
To be fair, I've been drinking and they look the same. I rolled a 12. Can I roll again? I legit rolled a 12.
The D12.
The
I'll let you
numbers
roll
were
again.
too big.
Which,
You want to have a roll at disadvantage?
I will let you roll a disadvantage, yes.
I'm sorry. Leave it to the boys.
You might be.
It's a good thing. I'm
This is a
rolling again.
19. And then what's your disadvantage roll?
Shit. It's 4.
Okay, and you had a 21.
I
So
should've
you
just
will
left
make
it alone.
the save.
I'll still take damage.
Half damage. And you don't move.
You'll still take damage. So the total damage is 8 on
So you take
3d8.
Wow.
that hurts.
The dice
I
tell the
don't
story,
think
everyone.
Take a big 4.
And you.
Hang on a second.
You take 8.
I know, but I gotta do the math. Like, hang on.
Good berry.
Okay, I think I've got it.
One for you?
Here's what I am gonna say, though. So he's casting Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
And we've got some random crates and everything. So why don't the two of you make dex saves to see if anything's gonna come at you?
I think because he's casting it in the direction of towards the door, right? And I'm way to the right.
It's a
Thunder Wave
cube.
is huge.
It's
think it's
all
a
around
cone.
him.
Isn't it cone?
It is a 15-foot cube around him.
He knows.
Even then, I'm 40 feet
meditating.
away.
All right, that's true. Nothing would hit you.
I
I
was
think
30.
something might hit you.
18.
All right, you save. So you jump out of the way.
Duck, dive, dip.
And dodge.
But
Actually,
I,
it's Johnny, but
You
no.
said dive twice, but.
there is also. I'm gonna also make you make a Constitution saving throw because there is a giant boom that goes off. The foundations of this room are shaken. More debris and dust fall, and they add to the flames. What is your Constitution
12.
saving throw? Okay, I'm gonna say you lose concentration on your cloud of daggers, just
Okay.
from the explosion and having to jump out of the way. You took 4 points of damage. Still up.
Still up, didn't move.
Do you want me to
Still
take a
up,
saving
didn't
throw
move.
to maintain hex?
Yes, please. I forgot you had a concentration on as well.
17. Good.
Okay, you made it. Kitty, you also got pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. So I'm at what, 15 feet?
You're probably now at like 20
Okay.
feet away. And that was that. Which means he is going to he's gonna try a last ditch effort of just running away from you.
Alright.
You would probably, I would still think after all that you would get an opportunity attack.
That's fair.
And
And because I'm unarmed right now, I will swing unarmed. Opportunity attack is a 10 to
Okay.
hit.
10 does
You get
not
to add-
hit.
you get to add your stuff.
15 to hit. Sorry.
Well, that stinks. All right, roll your hit.
Unarmed D4. 5.
All right, as he makes a run for it, you
Punch him in the temple.
punch him right in the head, and you see his form start like careening on. The orb falls out of his robes, and you see him morph back into this shape that he originally had. He falls dead at your feet.
Reaction attack.
Wow.
And
You ruined my turn.
now
Sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
that so
Pretty
that
cool. You punch him in the back of the head.
Increase your kill count.
Yeah.
he has dropped you all that cloud of daggers, and him needing
That's what
to.
killed them.
Yeah, I just.
Let's be
And I
honest.
can tell.
Let's be honest here. The 20 some
Oh,
points
never
of
mind.
damage that boy.
The magical field in this circle drops.
Okay, I'm gonna cast detect magic at this point. Cancel my hex concentration
Uh-huh.
and cast detect magic.
You see magic still coming from the orb itself, and you see you have obviously the magic that is around all of you.
Yeah.
The magic is no longer pouring out.
And it's still abjuration was the school that I got.
I think it was
right?
actually conjuration. Sorry, conjuration. was
Conjuration on the
original-
orb. Is that what
yeah.
I get on the orb?
Yep. And what you also said, you sense a slight bit of magic over your right shoulder amongst the crates.
Does anybody have a way to put out the fire?
You can, if you want to do that. I'm going to stay in order. I'll let you say that as a free
Okay.
action. Kitty and the Dragonborn
Yeah.
can
Well, he just went.
do
No,
that.
I
If
didn't
you-
do
that was a
reaction.
reaction.
Never mind.
Mm.
Sorry.
So you can say that. Do you want to try and put out the fire?
Can't, to be honest.
So actually you can. Sorry. With a you would need to let me find it here for you. There are special ways like dealing with fire, dealing with this sort of thing is possible. You would know it's kind of like putting out a campfire in some these aren't campfires, these are slightly bigger, but
It's just so
what you can do
It's the
is
floor like dirt. Yeah.
you can take like your cloak and and
I don't
kind of
have a coal.
smother it. Okay. You could like it would be. It would
Is
be.
there dirt? Is it a dirt?
It's a stone floor. But you could still try and like stomp out the fire. You could try and pat it, or you could be like, I'm not touching this. It's up to you. It's
Shove boxes over.
yeah.
She shoves the boxes out while
Smashes somebody.
Where is
Explodes.
the crate with that I was smelling earlier?
That's back closer to where you came in.
Is it on fire?
Also, there's good.
Far from me?
There, the box next to it is on fire. So like the opposite side of that box.
So I imagine that I know about like what happens if
Mhm.
this catches on fire. So I'm gonna run over to that. I have to open the crate. Could I use my shovel
Yeah.
to
pry
open the crate?
Yeah, that would be your full action. Is just prying open the crate and then interacting with anything inside.
Yeah. Okay. I'm doing that.
So I'm gonna need you to make a, let's see, sleight of hand check
Okay.
to finagle the shovel in there and know how to open this properly.
It's an 8.
An 8. So you do get the shovel in there and you start loosening the nails. They come up a little bit and a bit more. So you were going for the Feast of Fancy box.
No, the one with the alcohol in it.
So that would have been a barrel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you can still try and
Well,
Or
is
you
there
can
a
roll it
fire?
away.
Well, is there a fire near it?
on the other like the crate right next to it. So you could move that one away from the fire
Yeah,
instead if you would like.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can move that onto its side and start it rolling away.
Yeah.
As you look at this barrel and you look around, you see a few similar barrels around you. But just so you know, that is your action. This like as we're dealing with the fire, you know that there are more of these similar barrels, but this one is safe.
So I probably yell out the ale, just like in my moment, like
Mhm.
I know they're probably not gonna,
Save wine.
but I'm like the ale.
Whisper's gonna start her own bar after this. The Stumble On In, now serving
Well, I'm
XYZ.
imagining. I don't think I know that I'm
Fire.
like stupid, but
Right.
I know
Right.
that they're all highly
Fire.
intelligent. So I just in my moment I'm yelling the ale.
Mhm.
Hopefully they know what that means, but.
It is now your turn.
Alright. Because there's a bunch of fires around me, I'm amidst some boxes. I'll grab the pole, which is
Mhm.
currently in rod form,
Yep.
and I will start spinning and whisper a word as I had attuned myself to it, and it will grow up to 10 feet wide, and I'll spin as fast as I can because I'll do an athletics check to make sure I can spin quickly enough
Mhm.
to put out some fires.
Yep.
I have an athletics of 20.
So you start spinning this like freaking gambit, just like, and the fan puts out a small section of fire. You get, we'll say the south, or sorry, translate all the maps in my head to it's the northeast corner. It's
Perfect.
totally no fire.
Perfect.
There are still some fires around the room, but you've done that. Now we're going to the top of the round. Bree has been made aware of the fire. There is one in the southwest corner. One cask does explode. You all, because of the size of the room, aren't near enough, and there are plenty of other objects to protect you. There's a loud explosion, and the wooden ceiling collapses a little bit into just some wooden planking coming down, falling in. You see that there has been some fire that has spread to the areas above you as this has all been happening. Maybe almost like some of the fire that dropped down here had been dropping from above originally, and you hear screams from above, scared screams.
Can I mock the fire?
mock it into submission. You don't burn.
How much water does your water skin hold?
Not much.
Like
Like a liter, right?
Yeah.
I have 5 pounds.
5 pounds of water?
That's what it says.
about 2 liters.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait,
No, the
what?
5 is above.
You don't often
Black
weigh.
pounds.
Oh,
You don't weigh your water, Nathan?
I believe a gallon of water is about 8
8.
pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take out. I think I've got a cloak, so I'll go to whatever's closest to me and just.
Yeah, you would have a traveler's
Yeah.
cloak. So you can make either an athletics check or a nature check. Would also work. Just the nature of the fire and the burning
Okay.
of it.
I'll do nature. 9.
So you're hitting this, and the flames are smaller. It's not spreading as quickly, but you did not fully put out the fire in this square. Where did you go? Towards which fire?
Whatever was closest to me.
Okay, so you probably moved a little bit closer to this ramp area.
Okay, and I also call up to whoever's yelling. Get some water. We're fighting it down here.
As you say that, they say, "We don't have much water on hand. What happened to us all? Please,
Yes.
oh, the children."
You're safe. Just beat it with a cloak. That's what I'm doing.
well, they're upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we can get up there, right?
I mean as you've all moved and started to get your bearings, you're not busy fighting a person. You're fighting a fire. You're looking around more at your situation. There is the ramp that almost like a emblazoned ramp with a couple of logs that fell down when this explosion happened. There is some sort of a path that would take some climbing. You also see a set of doors down a passageway that seemed to be along the same side as you entered. There were these doors almost around a corner.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is about 10 feet high.
Whoa. And is there anything, like, obviously other than walls, like connecting us to, like, where
That
the
higher
ceiling
area?
collapsed?
Yeah, you would be able to. Some of the flooring from above came down. That ceiling has created a slight ramp, and you've got some crates. There is fire around it, but it has not totally engulfed the area yet.
Are we still in turn order?
For now, yes, because this is now we've entered what is called like a skills.
A danger
Okay.
situation.
Yeah, a
Is
dangerous.
it my turn yet?
Yes, it is now your turn.
Okay, so you said I see magic on my right shoulder.
Over your right shoulder, you sense it. Yes.
What is that?
You see it coming from a
But it's
a,
not
s-
my turn.
a box, what looks closer to a lock box.
Sorry, I'm talking too
A lockbox on my shoulder?
much.
No, sorry, it was over your shoulder. You detect magic. You could. It's like your spidey sense was taking
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
magic.
Your
You
Peter
look
tangles.
over your
Your
shoulder,
senses.
and you see this.
A floating box.
Not a floating. No, it's on the ground.
Oh,
There's just magic coming.
Oh, it's on my right shoulder. I'm so confused.
On your 6, quite literally.
Yes.
Okay, I
It's
see
on
a
your
spot
It's on your 3.
behind me.
Yep.
I also see the orb in front of me,
Yes.
and fire is falling in the middle of the room.
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna run to the fallen guy, and I'm just gonna, because I detect magic up, I'm just gonna search. I'm gonna use my action to search through his pockets, and I'm going to, as quickly as I can, take off his robe and wrap the orb in his robe, and then
Okay.
grab it. Like I just want to search
So
through his
wait.
pockets. If he has anything magical in his pockets, I want to grab it.
Grabs the
Um,
orb that Darius
But I'm just gonna grab the
I'm gonna
orb.
punch you.
But like being very safe with it. Like
Yeah.
this is, and the reason
You
I'm
don't
doing
wanna
this is like this is the cause of all this pain. I'm not gonna let it get buried under fire, and then we can't do anything about it. And I'm gonna say that like we need to do something about this. I'll just take it for now. Let's go.
Okay.
And I'm figure I'm taking all my movement to get there, so
Yeah,
I'm not
you-
moving out.
Yeah,
after that.
you're gonna stay right next to him. In a quick search, as you're taking his robe off of him, we'll use that as you're checking his pockets, see if anything else. You notice a dagger on his side that he didn't draw, but so he's got a dagger there. There's no magic on his person, other than there was also, I will say there was the book that
I'll
he
take
had
the book
as
too.
well.
Then, yeah.
Okay, so you take the book. You wrap. Do you want to wrap it with the sphere?
Is it magical?
It has spells in it. I don't know if a wizard's book.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's
It's
I
more-
have
it's
a
more of
general
an-
sense of what it is.
Yeah, you would know.
I won't wrap that. How is it like a big one?
No, it's
Put it in my pocket.
yeah.
I'll wrap the orb. The concern right now for me is the orb getting wrapped,
Yeah.
and just we need to take this out of here before it collapses.
Okay. So you grab that orb, and you are there now on your turn. We are at Whisper.
I'm gonna start climbing
Okay.
to where the ceiling collapsed,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I imagine there's people standing nearby still.
Yeah. So why don't you make a athletics check?
Well, I am okay.
What do you have?
I have a climbing speed of 20.
Yeah.
Climbing is like.
You can still you can still climb. You can still make your way up there. It's just I need to make sure you do it. Okay.
Yeah. What was the check?
What did you roll?
Athletics or was it acrobatic? Well,
Oh, I would accept either.
let's
situation.
go with an 18.
Oh, 18. Yeah, you make your way up there.
Okay. As I'm climbing though, like I'm yelling because I know they're there. I say, "Where children?"
And so you say, "Where children?" as you kind of, with just a couple steps, bound up this ramp that has been created. Fire is around you, and as you get up there, there's more fire in this building as well. Chaos seems to have just taken over with this dark energy. This woman who has been looking around, heard your voice, started approaching to see what, is startled.
Yeah.
By Tabaxi. The children, we've gotten a couple of them down here, but some of the younger ones, the wee ones, they're upstairs. We couldn't get to them all. So they're younger ones. There's two of them.
Okay. So I continue.
So
Upward.
you'll start moving towards their staircase. You see as you enter there are two adults, other than the woman, who have 5 toddlers gathered around them. They're kind of centered in the building. Fire hasn't reached them yet. There is a man and a woman who are trying to push back the fire as long as they can, as
Okay.
smoke is starting to fill
So
the
as I
room.
go up, I'm gonna say, "Get out!" like.
Right, and they're like, we will once we can get a pathway to either one of the windows or the door, but the children, we need to get to those two. So,
But I'm still.
yeah. So you're going to continue on your way. It's Tobor's turn.
All right.
Can I use my reaction to say something?
Sure.
There's a box that's magical over there! And I'm gonna point to where I saw the detect magic of the box.
Okay.
I don't know if it can help us.
Darius is right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Bree?
Bree has moved towards that entrance a little bit, but she is more in front of this passageway that leads to some doors. She's probably about 20 feet away from you.
Ahead, to the side.
From where you just... That guy, Darius, is more right by you.
Yep.
She is... You would need to turn to your right and head kind of at a diagonal.
Is that where Darius came from?
That's about where Darius came from, yeah. They started a little closer together, and then Darius ran back towards you. Bree started moving towards this ramp a little ways, putting out fires.
All right.
Tabaxi made her way up.
I will run and I will grab Darius by the back of his cloak
Mm-hmm.
and lift him up,
Okay.
seeing as I'm far larger than him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll run kind of at the diagonal towards Bree.
Okay.
Towards the box! Towards the
That
box!
should get near the box, and I'll lift him up as the box is there. And if he can reach out a hand, he's probably full. But I'll get near enough to the box,
that's
but I'll
right, yeah.
continue towards Bree. which will probably get him past the box.
As he picked me up, I just said, "Fantastic!"
I have a 40-foot move speed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna at least get towards Bree to
So
get.
here's how we're gonna do this.
Yep.
I will say that the box is on the way.
Yep.
You run towards where he's pointing. It's a little out of the way from Bree, but you're gonna be able to double back
Yep.
relatively easily. So you swing by. I'm gonna have. He's light enough. You can carry him for now. I'm gonna have you
Yep.
make a dexterity check to see if you can grab this box.
Oh, sure.
Do it. I believe in you.
If I miss it, I'll just go back for it. Oh, it's a 1.
You get
Hobby.
Oh, I'm a halfling.
Yay, halfling.
It's a 20.
It's another 1. I don't get to reroll that one. Let me check if I do, actually.
No.
No, you keep the result
You
of the
keep
second
the
roll.
result.
As you
sad right now.
No.
You fall out of his hands and
as you go to reach for
Gonna
this
drop
box,
the orb.
your fingers just barely graze the handle, and as you're looking over your shoulder, like, no, I wanted this box.
Which I don't know why I want it, but I do.
Yeah, you usually shy away from this sort of thing. As you look, all of a
Something's
sudden,
gotten into me.
popping into existence is this little creature that looks at you and says, huh? Looks around at the fire, smiles, looks at the box, grabs the box, grabs your hand, uses all its might, and puts the handle right into your hand,
Oh my god.
winks at you, and says, see you soon. Pops out of existence.
What?
I love
He has
being a
a
warlock.
Oh no.
What?
So now, though, you're gonna need to make a strength check because now you're carrying a box, a lockbox, and a halfling,
Can't wait for you.
and I'll let you keep moving towards
Oh, yeah,
Bree.
so good.
Yeah,
This is-
don't worry about that.
This is all on
Oh,
your
don't
turn.
worry about that. Let's see.
He's a
16.
6-foot dragon. He's
16.
got
All right.
he good.
So you're like
He
a
going.
little bit of weight is added. You didn't see anything, but
Yeah.
you're like, well, he's got it. And you finish going. You've got. You get to Bree, and you can grab Bree as well.
Yeah, I'll scoop her and I'll
What?
make it towards.
It's his action.
I'll scoop her and I'll make
He
it
can
towards.
pick up 2 people?
You're
You're halfling.
We're like
I want
40
the
pounds.
berries!
Dragonborn.
If I see him running towards me, can I say, not yet?
What is your weight
He's
here?
a 6-foot
I'm 48
dragonborn
pounds.
with a.
I want the good
48.
berries.
What is your weight? Where are you?
I
don't worry
think
about
the
it.
good
You
berries.
don't
If I
have
saw
to
him
get
running
out
towards
for
me, I would duck.
I think the
Don't
good
worry about it.
berries
We'll get him in a
is the
minute.
least of our problem.
All right.
If he runs at me, I would duck.
You can yell about it, but.
Oh, a duck? Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
So make a dex
Dexterity.
save.
I'm now like
You're gonna
1
fight
foot
his dex.
tall.
Oh.
14.
Oh.
18 on the die plus 3.
Let's
All right,
just
so-
remember when you pushed me down this
Here's the
hole,
thing:
this
is
how
you've
it
got.
feels.
You still have 1 good berry, and as you open your hand, you're like, no. In fact, you look. You're like, oh, I got 2 of them. There's 1
There it is.
hanging on the bush still, and you're like,
Good berries
so
go away
nice.
after 24 hours, don't worry.
yeah.
You need them.
Yeah.
You're like the video.
But
game where
so
they,
you're
like, go
you're
shh
unhappy
and
about it,
disappear.
but you've gotten at least a couple of the good berries. As he scoops you up and continues towards the opening, Bree, it is your turn.
You're
Accio
dangling.
Goodberry?
Do you have Mage Hand?
No.
She's like, let's see how he likes
Put me down, you big brute.
daggers.
Casts dagger right in front of me. Kills Tobor. TBK based on the party's actions.
Because then you die and you crush both of us.
I've already split the party, so.
I mean, he's carrying you. You could do. I mean,
Give
if
me
you were
the
grabbing them for
temperature,
him, you
John.
could stuff them into his mouth
You could sing a song.
begrudgingly.
Furries.
Yeah, his hit took some.
I hit him in the face and put the berries in his mouth.
All right. You're close enough to do that. You can take 2 hit points back.
And then -1 for the hit.
Minus 2 for the hit,
Smack in the
plus
face.
2 goes nowhere.
Yeah.
For the forceful feeding.
We are now on to Darius's turn.
Tobor's now choking.
Move speed is half.
But I know to pat you on the back, not the Heimlich maneuver.
I mean, at this point, I'm just enjoying the ride, so I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast for if any kind of enemy were to come into our sphere, I'm going to Eldritch Blast them. But
Great.
I'm not expecting that to happen.
Oh man.
The
All right.
children are actually
I think the light
those
just got a
actually,
little
I don't.
redder.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna be fair. I don't think I can Eldritch Blast because I got an orb in one hand and a box in the other.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure that at that point I'm just gonna hold still.
Yep. You're gonna prepare to scream if any bad guys.
I'm gonna use the dodge action.
Okay.
And also,
oh
his,
man, I know I should have stayed home from school today.
no, his vocal
I
action
tried.
is wee.
I tried to stay above, but it got pushed down the hole.
Now we are on to Whisper.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'm
bound
ready.
up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna be able to get around the fire as you get to the top of the stairs. There's a bit of smoke has collected in this area. You are able to hear the cries of children. Make what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay, so you're able to figure out where they are. You make your way to them. It's 2 infants, so you would be able to carry both of them.
Infant. Okay. So my options are to run back downstairs. Are there any windows nearby? And how far up am I? I imagine I'm just on the 2nd story, so about 10 feet up.
You would be, yes, so there would be windows nearby. It would be 10 feet down. What you do remember is that you are heading towards the water. So you look out one window and below you is water.
Who built a house in the sand?
Not
Give
the
me that.
wise
No,
man.
The
Literally,
waterfront.
there's like stories
There's
about
waterfront
this.
taxes though.
Okay.
From the looks of things, this used to be a warehouse that was then converted into what you would guess with all these children is an orphanage.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna go with the fact that I know my older brother was a lifeguard and I know that babies will swim if you throw them in the water. But I'm gonna go with, it's a true story.
Wow.
Babies will swim
Wait,
if you throw them
How
in
do you
water.
find that out?
Throw your
Without
kid in
getting
water.
Throwing a
phone
baby in
calls.
water? I don't know.
Hello, yes, someone just threw my child in the water. They swam, but I don't like it.
I threw my kid in the water.
I thought you were talking about Whisper's brother was a lifeguard for a minute, and then I was like,
Whisper's brother
wow,
was a
backstory.
Yeah.
Cats like to swim.
No run!
No, they do.
No run!
No run on the beach in the sand.
No water.
Cats don't
Okay,
like water.
No dive!
So I guess my option is to go back down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. So you'll get to the top of the staircase and then you can go back down. Your next turn. Sound good?
Okay,
Because
yeah,
you've already
that's
climbed the
fair.
staircase, found the kids.
Picked up the baby. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Which brings us now to Tobor.
All right.
Gonna climb on up.
I'm gonna climb on up and I'll see the group there.
I'm gonna need you to make an athletics
I
or
was
an
about to say
acrobatics.
he has to do. If I
Oh,
had
he definitely
to do a
has
check,
to. Don't worry. He's
he
carrying
has
2
a halfling
halflings.
on each arm, and he's fine.
Lockbox.
9.
I'm gonna say that with the weight you, even though it's just a ramp up, you're gonna be still a few feet from the top.
All right.
You're struggling to. You're
encumbered.
moving. The
That's fair.
fire is there. It's getting a little hot in here. So you're gonna get to the top. Bree,
It's getting
you are close to the top. You can see the situation around you. You see the children.
Do I have them both?
I'm in
like
the
this?
grasp of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could just ask him to release you. When you tried to duck and dodge and dive and dip.
Don't believe the DM's winks. He's out to kill us.
I don't know. what
Beware
I'm
of the
saying.
smile.
You don't know what I'm
DM.
saying?
No.
Sorry, I was trying to inspire you in some way.
No, I know. But it only helps with like saving throws and ability
Oh.
checks.
Yeah, like making an acrobatics check as you climb up a flaming ramp.
You know.
Am I allowed? Because I would have to make an escape from his arm.
No, you could sing a song.
You're hanging there. You can sing.
You
a
can
song,
inspire him with your voice.
Oh,
you
I'm
can,
inspiring
with a poem.
him.
Yeah, you would be inspiring him.
Inspiration.
Mhm.
Oh, what a DM you have?
I will inspire.
You already killed my
Oh,
favorite.
You could inspire me.
Fire
Did
the
you say you
dragon.
already killed your family?
No, my favorite villain,
Oh, I was.
who I consider family. So how are you going to inspire him?
Rah rah Tobar.
Yay.
Wow,
Tobar.
let's pick this up.
I get a D10 of inspiration from that
Can you
effort.
try?
Do you have a coin?
Can you try again?
I don't have. I
She
don't.
didn't prepare for this.
I don't have
situation.
music, and I'm still kind of grumpy with him. So.
Tobor, you're the best. Tobor takes him.
Yeah.
Ah.
Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it,
No
no
one
one
can. I mean, I would probably just call out, "Save the children."
But
Okay.
I will give you you
He's
get
like,
a
I thought that's-
D4 of inspiration on if you need it in the future.
in the
That will not get you the full D6.
Ow.
I can't.
yeah.
I can't.
A grumpy bard.
Save the children.
It was a grumpy bard that didn't even
Grumpy
sing.
bard, honey.
She yelled.
Talk to Matt Mercer. He's the one that I learned you don't have to
Even
give the full
POTUS
inspiration.
is like, wow, that's an inspiring song.
So that's Bree. Darius,
Give me my
what
good
will you
bear.
do?
Nom nom nom.
So we're at the top of the ramp,
Mm-hmm.
just a few feet shy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can look into the house and see a room and then a door out.
Yes, there is a big set of double doors. Some fire has made its way into that. There is a staircase up, and there are a couple of windows as well.
Drop me! I'm gonna make my way out. I'll meet you outside.
Cool. So you're gonna ready a
Right.
move action.
I'm
on
just
his
gonna
turn?
ask him to drop me as a reaction.
I would let him do that as a reaction. You're not gonna
Sure.
do it.
I'll
You
do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it.
You're
Drop me.
shaking your hand. You're like,
Drop
no,
me.
I'm
No,
not
it's like,
dropping
And I'm gonna run and I'm just gonna.
No.
I mean, because I know I have this orb that I know can't get lost because I just saw the destruction it was wreaking.
Mhm.
And so I'm just gonna book it right out the double door. I'm
Prepare
gonna do a
a
dash
dash.
action.
Great. You're gonna be able to move.
To just like.
So that's
Yeah,
No, I didn't
you'll
know
get there. You're gonna get like to the door and you're opening it.
Oh, yeah.
Just with the size of this
Sure.
space.
Can we
But
clarify?
you're at the door and you're looking back at everyone.
Sorry, can we clarify like how he got Tobar to release him? 'Cause
So he
I-
asked politely.
Okay.
Reactions
Well-
are a thing.
Here's the thing is, so he was trying to run, like the way that it's working. Like Tobor is trying to save you two. He's trying to get you two up there. You didn't want to go, so Tobor was using that. He sees this guy that wants to run.
I'm just asking a technical question.
Yeah.
So reactions can be more
Reaction.
than just
Yeah,
That's
an
so.
opportunity attack.
It's
That's
not
all that's
even
on our sheet.
really like a reaction. It's more just like in the moment responding to a situation.
But
So-
it just don't. I guess the thing that we're missing is how did you choose that he released you?
I just asked him to. Because it's just like if we were in this
He-
situation, it only takes me a second.
Yeah, because he did
Let me
say,
go.
"Let me go. I'm gonna run."
Okay.
So
But I mean, if you'd be okay with that, I think retroactively maybe he can let us both go so we both run. I don't know.
I mean, it's fine. I just don't know what my
We
options
just
are.
didn't
This
know
is
that you
I've never
could do
been
that.
in this
Yeah, this is a
situation.
new,
this isn't like initiative in combat.
It's more like
We've
a,
done.
a skill.
Right. This is a
challenge.
skill. Sorry, this is a skill test, which is new for us. There are skill tests where it's fall from escaping things. You have to track something and try and keep up with it. So that's what
Sure.
this is right now.
I guess
so,
we just didn't realize that was.
Yeah, sorry.
the option.
so the way I've been playing it is like Tobor's trying to get you two out of there. And now, like, this makes sense to me because now Tobor sees children. He knows Darius can take care of himself, but is going to let him go type thing.
Gotcha.
If you want to retroactively say,
It's fine.
let me go, okay.
No.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It is
Tobor
now,
will toss you through the window.
it's Whisper's turn. Whisper,
Sorry,
you're the best.
halfling.
Whisper, you're at the top of the stairs, and you're seeing Darius run towards the front doors. There is a path.
So sorry, I want clarification on one more thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to look it up. My feline agility.
Mhm.
I can move double my speed. Does that mean that I just move the same distance at double the speed, or do I?
No, you
to
get
move
double
You
the
do double the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's actually an open door, so these people were being stupid when I told them to get out, and they were just
He opened.
not going out.
He opened the door.
The
There was
door's
still some
open now.
fire in the way, and these adults were still
like
thinking
afraid.
about how to get to these children upstairs.
Okay, so I guess
It's almost
My
like
feeling
they all
agility
came out of a
should get me out.
stupor because
My
they were.
feline agility should get me out the door, right? And that
Yeah.
fire's coming
Yeah,
up?
you should be able to. You'll take the steps kind
Since
of
I
two at a
already
time.
talked to them, they can probably see I have
Mhm.
the kids. I'm just gonna use my feline agility, and I'm gonna like take.
You can also still
screaming.
communicate to them.
Yeah, you can yell
I'm
out.
gonna.
in this
You can
moment.
talk as you
Yeah,
do it.
well then I'm gonna yell at them again, like probably more fiercely and probably with a bit of a growl to
Mhm.
get the F out. Like
The children are outside now.
I
The
didn't hear.
house is burning. I have
didn't-
your freaking
I didn't hear a
babies.
growl with it though. I didn't hear.
Honestly, I don't think I can. I don't know. I really want to try, but I don't know
No.
if I can do it.
Pretend
Go,
your
"Ah."
husband did something.
There you go.
bad.
There, we'll just do that. But I was like doing
Everyone
that
cover your
while
ears.
yelling, like, get out.
Yeah. Get out. You want to let them know that you've
Yeah.
got the kids?
Well, I mean, they're not. I imagine they're not blind. Like they can see I have a baby under each
They
of my
get darkness
big,
around their heads.
awkward tabaxi arms.
I mean, they're not seeing great right now.
Yeah.
Well, they'll see you coming down the stairs. They see
With
two bundles in your
babies.
arms,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "All right, okay, let's go."
So they're, like,
That's Whisper's turn. Tobor, finish
So,
climbing up.
Yeah,
out.
I'll finish climbing up and I'll give a little toss to Bree towards the door.
Mhm.
Not like throwing her, but just like
Yeah.
giving her a head start.
Yep.
And I'll have probably seen the tail of the cat going out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just yell out, "Get out!" as
Mhm.
everyone is still in there, and kind of like get behind them and start pushing.
Okay. From where we are now, you're all going to be able to work your way out. As you do, you stand outside, you get a few feet away from the building. Smoke, you look behind, smoke is rising in the air. Townspeople have started running up in the chaos. Again, this entire town was just under an enchantment. They have all just come to in the last minute tops. We haven't even gone that long. But those who were in the area moving towards have shaken themselves out. They have buckets. They are trying to desperately start putting out this fire. The whole town is in on it, but as it's happening, certain pyres in the water, they start crumbling a little bit. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to fully put it out, but now everyone is out of the building. You have some other townsfolk run up. They start taking the children from you, cradling them, putting their hands on you, checking you out. You even see Gondar and the Lord Warden themselves are running from the keep. They're still a ways off, but the group of soldiers is coming now. It seems like everything has come to a halt. The Lord Warden and Gondar make their way up to you, and a little ways behind them, you see strolling a little bit more is Copernicus Jinx, seeing, looks like everything didn't go off without a hitch, but the Lord Warden comes up to you all and he says, as he sees you handing children away, he says, I underestimated you all. I do apologize. This is not the time nor the place for chaos. We could all use some rest, but I will say, we here in Glamstock are in your debt. Come see me in the morning, and we will talk about what you have done, what you encountered this evening, how you defeated it. Just the four of you. Weren't there five of you? And from behind him, you just hear, "Oh, well, that worked out okay." As Kreslin comes running up, and Joshua is also running with him. Joshua looks at you all and just immediately heads towards the water, grabs a bucket and jumps in on the line. Willem as well, just grabbing water. The town is slowly putting out the fire. There's some damage to it. It's gonna need some rebuilding, but you guys have essentially saved the orphanarium, as it's known, the orphanage. Is there anything else you want to communicate to the Lord Warden as he's standing there with you?
I go, the ale.
The ale? If it's ale you're worried about, I'm sure we can work out something at the inn. But at that moment you hear another small pop from underneath the building. As another cask blows, the water has not fully
And
reached
knowing
him.
it's like aged,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's the good stuff.
Lord Warden, were you aware that there are caves underneath? They went all the way from the Stumble On Inn underground to this building here. That's how the wizard man was able to do what he did. It might be something you want to fill in. I believe maybe they were old smugglers' tunnels.
That's very interesting. No, I did not know about those. Gondar looks at me and says, "Well, sir, smugglers haven't been seen in quite some time. We've tried to shut down their efforts, but we never did find where they were working. We just found the individuals walking around the streets, interacting in the markets and such. But it's been pretty quiet otherwise. I would explain why we never found it." The Lord Warden looks at him and says, "Well, we can take efforts with that, yes, to be sure. Thank you. But we will discuss this more unless there's anything else that is pressing."
No, I don't think so.
I'll have then, at that moment, had a bucket in my hand and continued to help with the fire.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was not part of most of that
Yeah.
conversation.
I'm gonna try to pull the three of them together, like just the four of us at one point, if I can.
Yeah.
Say, how do we want to deal with the orb? Should we check it out ourselves first before we say anything? Do we trust?
We should take it to Copernicus.
Do we trust him?
Aye. Scartanusa may not, but I do.
Maybe we can take it to him tomorrow. For
Right.
tonight, maybe we can look at it or figure it out.
Tonight we inspect.
I think we should tell him
Right now?
right now.
tonight, tomorrow.
I think maybe tomorrow. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything.
The Lord Warden, as you've pulled them all aside, he has joined in the brigade as well. He's checking on people. He is going around. He is inspecting who all is all right.
The
He's kind of
Warden
bless
is
you.
that Copernicus?
no.
No.
Lord
That's
Warden
someone
is the
With
leader of the town.
Gondor,
Yeah.
right?
Gondor, yeah.
Yeah.
So Gondor, everyone else is busy. They've seen that you're all okay. They understand that situation is
What
settled.
is Copernicus doing?
Copernicus has actually gone towards the river as well. He's slowly made his way. He eyed you all over. He's even noticed Darius carrying a couple of things. He's seen Copernicus is at least well. And so he's gone over and he's... In fact, Copernicus, Jared Ahoy, I'll give you this little bit of heroism, is using shape water and is just creating a constant hose over the orphanage. And
Kreslin is?
Copernicus is...
Kreslin.
Kreslin and Copernicus are both helping. They're using the waterfront. The smoke is clearing. The town is settling. Looks like the Lord Warden would have a couple of things to tie up before he could talk tonight. And Copernicus himself, after helping put out the fire, seems to disappear amongst the chaos.
Fine, tomorrow.
Okay.
Back to the inn.
So you head back to the inn. As the orphanage has just been put out fire-wise, the inn's a little more crowded. Joshua has taken in those people, given them rooms, and you see a couple of just planks of wood have been put on top of the hole so nobody falls in. But they've also set up a couple of chairs with ropes, just blocking off that area, trying to protect it, understanding that now there's some kids around. There's the sound of little feet in the halls upstairs as you make your way back up to your rooms with a chest and the orb. I know you don't want to investigate the orb tonight. Do you want to look at the chest at all before?
Yeah, is it locked?
It is, I believe, locked.
Do I sense any magic on it, like traps? Magical traps, I mean?
Make a perception check.
17.
It doesn't look to be like a trapped box at all. It looks like it just has a lock on it. Looks to be an old rusty lock. Again, this has probably been sitting down there for a little bit of time.
The magic I sense was from inside it, not
Yes.
the actual
Yeah.
box.
The box itself is not magic. It seems to be items inside of it.
Tobor, you can see my arms are pretty little. Do you want to open this box?
I take my mace and swing with an athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, a sleight of hand of
If you're swinging, what's a strength?
a strength check. Okay, I was just gonna try and like clip it, but
Yeah.
a strength would be 11.
You hit it once and it loosens it. If you hit it again, it would pop. So you hit it one more time.
Yeah, for a 5.
Maybe
So I
hit it
clip
one more time.
I hit it one more time. I've hit it like. Hey, there we go.
You're tired.
18.
There you go.
18.
There you go. You kind of nicked it, bonk, bonk, loosened it, and then you just boom, find purchase, as it were, and the lock falls off. You open it up. Inside looks to be a bit of a hoard that they had kept for themselves, the smugglers. You all find 1,700 copper that you can split up, 1,300 silver, 80 gold. The glowing that you saw is coming from 3 potion bottles that are in there. 2 are red, and 1 is kind of a teal, kind of like a green blue.
What schools of magic are the potions? I think I get to know that too. Like, would it be like what health potions are?
Yeah, it looks like health potions. The greenish blue one doesn't look to be a health potion. If you want to roll an Arcana on it, I know you got your detect magic going with it, so.
A nice 3.
I'll give you advantage because of the
I'm also
awesome.
happy to help.
Okay.
That's 8.
An 8. All right. Do you want to look at that one?
No, I'm not gonna help much. That's a 6.
It's a vial.
All right. So
Dang.
it's a potion.
something.
You know it's a potion. I will say, so something that I was reading about in the manual. I don't know if this is something you would do, so let's not metagame with it. But there is a way to find out what a potion is by dipping your finger in it and tasting it, according
Sure
to the
is.
rules. But I don't know if that's something that Darius would
If
do.
Darius
you
wouldn't.
taste it, it will tell you what it is. I'm sorry, I don't taste strange liquids though.
Wait, what?
That's just a fun.
But it
that's
is
a fun
magical.
Little,
It is
Tasting
magical.
liquids.
that's a fun little
And
thing
it's not
for
necrotic
everyone
magic.
to know, because that's something I didn't know.
It's
Can
not
only
necrotic
magic
magic.
It's not
taste
necrotic.
It's not necrotic.
Anybody
It's
can.
probably a transmutation magic.
Can only magics tasted know what it is?
Anybody.
Yeah, you'd be able to do it as well.
I'll taste
It's
it.
transmutation. You'll be fine.
I'll
So
taste
you
it.
dip a little bit of your nail in there, get it on your tongue. You feel your agility just really quick. You just feel lighter. You feel quicker. You feel like that 20 feet climbing might be increased. It is a potion of climbing.
POTUS says he'll taste it.
Oh, POTUS.
I think he was making more
It
words.
is poison. No. We love you,
Hit up
POTUS.
that rock, Jim.
Rocks fall, POTUS dies. No.
No. Also in the chest though was 1 silver ewer, which if you don't know what that is, it's a jug for pouring. Like if you had a face wash, it's a silver one of those.
So how much liquid was there?
There were 3 potions: 2 potions of healing, 1 potion of climbing. There's this silver chalice type thing. There's 1 small gold bracelet, 1 embroidered silk scarf. And then there's 1 silver chain, and on it there seems to be some sort of animal claw.
Okay, so me being
Mhm.
who I am, I'm gonna take the one that I just tasted
Mm-hmm.
because like I tasted it when no one else would.
Yeah. So you're like,
So-
this is mine now.
Yeah, mine.
Mhm. Mine. I licked.
I taste
mine.
Yeah, mine. And then I'm gonna take that claw.
Okay.
Was
Great.
it magical?
The
No.
claw was not magical,
No.
but it was a bear claw.
Yeah, yeah.
A very large claw. And just so you guys know, well, no, I would make you. You have all those objects though.
So the potions were the only things magical though, right?
Yes, those
Great.
were. That's the magic that you detected.
Cool.
So
it makes it so much less fun for you when I have detect magic up. I'm
it
sorry.
does all the time. There's detect magic.
I'm just a
there's-
guest. It's okay.
There's hey, let me cast instant darkness on the bad guy because we were able to sneak up because his passive perception was low.
POTUS just quoted Monty Python, though. If that makes
Yeah.
you feel better.
Thank you, POTUS. That's all I really needed in life.
Yep.
You all
That's fine.
settle down for the evening. You have your newfound treasures. A hard day, a rough day, which started normal and turned into a zombie apocalypse where you had to stop an evil wizard. But you've gotten to the end of the day nonetheless, and You now get to rest. Yeah.
Ale?
Joshua brings up. He knows you all went straight to your rooms, but he comes around with a tray. He knocks. He says, "I gave Kira the rest of the night off because of everything that's happened, but I thought you all could use a stiff drink, and I thought you more than deserved it. This one's on the house."
And cheeseburger?
Are you gonna eat the patty this time, or do you just want the cheese and the bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
She'll
was
take
a
the
that was
cheese and
a
bread.
okay. That was not a yes or no question. That was a one or the other. Well, I understand.
Dinner to the rooms will be lovely, and then I think we'll retire.
Oh, second dinner?
When do we have dinner?
Earlier this evening, right before everything started. Remember how you were served your supper, and then the zombies attacked, and then I became the zombie for a little
I
bit.
wasn't here.
Joshua, have you
Oh,
ever,
that's right, you weren't here. I'm so sorry.
have you ever met a halfling? Second dinner's not a problem.
Oh, send it right up. Willem will have some supper for you,
Alright.
little bits
Put on the
that left around,
protein, yeah.
but enjoy. And there you have it. You've made it to the end of a very long day. You've grown a lot. You survived a lot. Well done. But there you have it, folks. They have made it. We are at the end of our story for the evening, though. Thank you for joining us at the Stumble On Inn. I have been your Dungeon Master for the evening, Nathan Andrasek. We're going to switch things up a little bit, though, I think. Next time we're here.
We have another guest.
We've got a new special guest joining us on the couch. My producer from Swagbucks Live, the game show that I am a host of. He's going to be on the couch with us. Jared is going to be back here in this nice new DM chair that is thanks to all the amazing donations that we've not only gotten during the stream, but on our Indiegogo page. So we just ask that you would check that out in the next 4 days. Just share it. Just give us a quick share on social media, even if you can't donate. We understand a lot of you donate during the stream, and that's amazing. So you don't necessarily have to give us even more in the Indiegogo, but a like, a share with that to tell your friends about us would be amazing.
33% away from
33%.
hitting our goal, and there's 4 days left.
And
Share will help enormously.
jump into our Discord as well. I think there have been that link has been popping up. I ran out this just yesterday. Lauren went with me. We got a friend who's going to help us start building out the set behind the players and behind the DM is going to transform even more thanks to what we were able to pick up yesterday. Just to show you that we're trying to use our funds as wisely and frugally as possible, we were able to go to EcoSet, which is an amazing place where if you're in Los Angeles at all, if you're a filmmaker, they recycle old sets. So there are set pieces, flats, lumber, costumes, lighting things,
Foam.
paint, foam. We've been able to get a few things from there that are really going to transform our set, and again for free. So we were trying to do that to not only help our side of things, but to help the recycling process here around Los Angeles with the amazing efforts that EcoSet does. So check them out if you're in that line of work as well. On the couch next time, I will say, is Hal Loveland. That's the name of our producer. You may have heard his voice places. He's a voice actor in Los Angeles. I think, have we hit it? Go buy Blacksmith Craft Dice. Go to Critical Treasures and get yourself a dice bag for those Blacksmith Craft Dice. That is worthy of the amazingness of the dice.
It's
Check
they're
us.
good quality. Like it's
Yeah.
2 layers of like quality fabric that she puts in here.
And our social medias have been going as well. Follow Lindsay, follow Lauren, follow Jared. Do you have social? Was it going?
Not so much.
Alex
He's
doesn't
on
really do
there,
it.
but he doesn't post. So
He doesn't
do what you
know.
want with
You don't
that.
need to
Follow
follow me.
Tinkerbell.
Tink, she just got a new motorcycle, you guys. Go check
Gotta
out
check out Tinkerbell's
pictures.
motorcycle.
That's
But
Like,
other than that,
legit.
that's it for us tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys for
Thanks.
having me.
Yeah, thank
It's been
you,
such a
Alex.
Fun. I won't be here. I don't think the next couple times, but
Yeah.
thank you so
But
much.
again, later in August, right?
Yes, in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you've only got one off.
Maybe September. I'm
Yeah.
not sure when.
Cool.
it was.
Yeah. So Darius will be back on the couch soon. We'll have a lot of fun there. I will say, should I say what group of characters we're getting next time?
Nah, leave it.
Surprise
Because they're going to be. But let's put it this way: it's not going to be the characters
Yeah.
you've seen for the past 2,
3
3
weeks.
episodes. Yeah.
3 episodes.
So we're gonna
McCulJ
get
in
some-
the stash. Oh.
Oh wait, we're not gonna say.
We weren't gonna say it. Everyone's probably shut off by now, so.
It's alright.
That's
POTUS is waiting for any big secrets here, but we'll just go to, this thing.